Start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine. Googans, go time on a Monday morning. It's the Monday morning quarterback. Accent on quarterback. Go ahead and talk amongst yourself. You want to grip and worry and grind and criticize, knock yourself out. Camp resumes today. Some would say needed off day yesterday as Trevor's accuracy issues and quite frankly the offense as a whole is just kind of stuck in the mud, right? We're up to 5 interceptions through 4 practices. I guess we're counting now practice interceptions and keeping tabs and totals. Look, at the end of the day, again, I'll put it this way. When Trevor Lawrence has 5 interceptions through 4 games or 2 interceptions through 2 quarters in Miami, then I'll start to parse it. The open camp, right out of the gates, new cast of characters, a defense with, a big advantage. Let me give you a little insight. It'd be interesting to get Fred's opinion on this. I don't know if one side knows the difference. All the change in this football team this offseason was on the defensive side of the ball, including a coordinator who's, inputting his defense this, continuing the installation throughout camp, bunch of new pieces. They're aggressive and after it, man. They're like hungry dogs out there. They know what the offense is running, and they're ready to pounce. They got a lot of guys that are battling for playing time who are flashing a little bit. The defensive guys are flashing, right? The offensive guys aren't. I think that's a good way to sum up the first 4 days. And there certainly are pinpoints. Gibby, I know you were at practice on Saturday. I know Hicken was down at practice on Saturday. I talked to Hick on Saturday, and, concern over Trevor. I won't share that. Now, I'm not there watching it with my own eyes, on Saturday or earlier in the week. But, every camp save like 2 are taking place while we're on the air here. So I don't need the sights and sounds to fuel any anxiety for me. I'll get worried when the football matters. It's coming out of the gates, not yet sharp. It just doesn't do it for me.
No, I'm the same way. It's the old Allen Iverson. We're talking about practice, man.
Look, I'm not going to
game.
Look, I said on Friday the reason it's disconcerting is because the entire offseason drumbeat is about Trevor limiting the turnovers, and then you get into camp and you got 5 interceptions through the first 3 or 4 days. I get that part of it. I'm saying I'm not. You can be. I'm not going to criticize you if you are. Not even going to agree or disagree. We're 4 days into camp. I got a 4th-year quarterback, man. I am not in any way making any judgment about how this season's going to go or where Trevor is or what kind of year he's going to have based on these first 3 or 4 practices. I guess I'll just put it that way. And we can leave it there as far as I'm concerned. I know we won't. I know it'll be continue to be a talker. It doesn't ring the worry bell for me at all. Like, this isn't even like trying to convince anything of anyone. Yeah, Iverson. We talk about practice, which is important. You'd rather it be sharp and zippity-doo-dah. I mean, I will say this. I said, hey, Jeff, let's do this. Let's just bebop around camps here. See what's happening in Buffalo, Kansas City, Cincinnati, some of the other places, Houston, where C.J. Stroud, by the way, has turned it over quite a few times. But in fairness, look, there's no storylines in Bengals camp about Burrow. Unsharp, 3 picks today. Josh Allen, new cast characters continues to struggle. No headlines like that around the league with quarterbacks that are what our guy needs to be. So lots of camp talk today. We got a lot of chatter from over the weekend. We continue to introduce you to the cast of characters and some of the preseason thoughts. I really think if I'm looking toward the preseason opener, what I'm most looking forward to, because it's the preseason, I know starters won't play a ton. I know that it won't be the most important aspect for the coaches who continue to evaluate the roster, but it's the kickoff, man. I want to see how this new goofy kickoff is going to work. There are bound to be some memorable plays off of this thing, to the good and the bad, as the league figures it out. I imagine when we get down to the end, what we're going to have is a lot of low-impact 10-yard returns. I don't think there's any notion here to take the winning and losing out of the hands of the Patrick Mahomes and Micah Parsons of the world. And I'm sure there'll be some splash plays, and then they'll get it figured out. And I imagine the ultimate strategy and outcome will be pinning the offense back around the 25-yard line, which is about what the average starting position, I imagine, would be in the current situation. But you definitely, I mean, those Braveheart moments are where the ultimate tragedy was waiting to occur in football. There aren't plays where two dudes that are 225 pounds running 4.5 40s smash into each other full impact. Like kickoffs, especially. And that high speed, high impact, they're trying to alleviate the concerns of those plays in a play that, for the most part, is uneventful. And we looked at the number of kick returns for touchdown. I don't remember what it was. Were you with us yet, Gibby, when we looked that up that morning? Or
I don't think so.
I can't keep up. Y'all bouncing around on me here this year so far through injury, illness, vacation, and otherwise. I don't.
I'm here every day.
No,
so we're good.
yeah, for right now. But I'm just talking about as to this conversation that we had at one point this summer, and we looked it up. There aren't many kick returns for touchdown.
No, it's disappeared.
Yeah, I mean, it just really aren't. I mean, we and consider this, one of the ones last year was us allowing a bulky,
a fullback
bowling ball of a fullback take 180.
That was the most embarrassing part of last year.
It's certainly one of the low points. A home loss to Houston, which included that play. And on that day, the complete inability to get anything going offensively, which seems to be the overall narrative of a training camp so far. The offense has just not gotten it going at all. We'll see as the pads go on and more of the game plans in. Maybe we'll have some practice sessions coming up where the defense doesn't know what the offense is doing. Because, go back to the beginning. I don't know if it's on purpose. I don't know if the offensive side cares. But getting that defense up, running, confident, around the ball, aggressive, with maybe a little bit of, what they're running here, right? Helps to that end as well. So lots of Jag talk as we move along today. The Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com. Protecting the rights of men and all family law issues now for a long time, and partners with us here in the morning. I've heard many a story from Magoogans through the years of thanks of making what was a very, very, very difficult time as stress-free as possible. And so it is divorcemenonly.com. If you or a bud is in that situation, you can pass that along. On to the Olympics. Listen, I'm not going to watch. I'm boycotting. I don't know what an American soccer player from Kansas City or an American swimmer from Minneapolis or an American track star from Baton Rouge has to do with the opening ceremonies put on by the Olympic Committee or those wacky French doodles or whatever it was. But that opening ceremony was inappropriate and disrespectful. End of story. If I have to explain why, that's part of the problem in the world, I guess. But what they so frivolously mocked on Friday night, good luck. Because what I or anyone else that dissents here thinks is the smaller of your problems. That was disgusting. I'm not talking about human sexuality or anything else or TV age appropriate. I'm telling you forcefully that me, Dan Hicken, and certainly this radio show finds that to be abhorrently disgusting. And whoever was part of that, quote, show, I'm not going to tell you to be ashamed of yourself. Worry. Find yourself, brother, sister, whoever you are, find yourself. Because what you just did, sad. Sad the world doesn't revolt to such mockery and disdain, such hate from these groups that demand such love. Disgusting. I just come back with some Jag Camp talk. The Braves keep their head above water. Didn't look like it, did it? They're still breathing. The Olympic Games, on the field and in the courts. And I'll tell you the strange thing about Olympics so far, and I was able to jump into some swimming finals. Those are fun to watch. Those kind of fell at like 3-ish this weekend. I learned real quick that if you are free during the day and can watch stuff, watching at night, it's just repeat, right? But I think you have to do that, and I do credit them for showing it live, and then just, for those that can see it, then can. But ironically, what I found myself watching are like the stick and ball sports that I watch without the Olympics. I watched the basketball this weekend. The Team USA, Kevin Durant put on a show yesterday. They beat Serbia, a pretty good Serbian team. Found myself watching the soccer. Again, some of the swimming. The medal board so far is leaning toward USA. The standards and practices of basic humanity medal is toasted, rusted bronze in the bottle in the Seine. Well done, France. All right, this is the drill. Monday morning quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Now, a 1010XL Summer Olympic Update. Brought to you by
USAPark.net Airport Parking.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games, sponsored by Westin Hotels and Resorts. Find wellness at Westin. Tennis in the spotlight today in Paris at Roland Garros. It's Rafael Nadal versus Novak Djokovic in the second round. They usually meet in a Grand Slam final. It's the 60th time they have faced off, with Djokovic ahead 30-29. If he loses, it might be the last match of Nadal's career, though he hasn't said that officially. Andy Murray has, hanging it up after the Olympics and playing doubles with England's Dan Evans, and they advanced in a match where they faced 5 match points. Did any U.S. Olympian Sunday have a better day than Kevin Durant? Didn't play any of the 5 exhibition games due to a calf injury. KD scored 21 first half points, only missed 1 shot. The U.S. opened up 110-84 over Serbia. The next game is Wednesday against South Sudan, who nearly beat the U.S. in a tune-up and who in its first ever Olympic game defeated Puerto Rico. With this Summer Games update, John Stashower, Westwood One Sport.
Wellness means something different to each of us. And at Westin Hotels and Resorts, we believe every step is an opportunity to enhance your well-being. Whether it's guided group runs and workout gear on demand, or nourishing food options and restorative rest in our heavenly bed. When you travel, you can find wellness at Westin, one of 30 hotel brands in the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio. Find wellness at Westin.
Anywhere else, Tuesday is just, Tuesday. But if you're at KFC, Tuesday is $10 Tuesday, which means you can get 8 hot, juicy drums and thighs for just $10. Let me say that again. 8 pieces of hot, juicy, original recipe chicken, hand-breaded in 11 herbs and spices, all for just $10 every Tuesday, only at KFC. Guess Tuesday isn't just Tuesday anymore. It's finger-licking good. Prices and participation may vary. Tax, tips, and fees extra.
It's back! The Big One sales event is here, and it's going on now at Arlington Toyota. Arlington has over 400 new Toyotas available. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and family vans. And that means now is the time to go big and go home in style. Plus, with every new Toyota purchase, you get Arlington's lifetime warranty and 30-day exchange program. But don't wait. The Big One sales event won't last long, so shop today. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard and online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and summer's in full swing, and air conditioners are fully stressed. But do what I did and call the good folks at Fenwick Home Services to stay cool and comfortable all season long. Need a new AC system? Fenwick has free same-day estimates and next-day installations. And your new system is backed by a warranty of up to 12 years. That's right, 12 years. Fenwick also offers same-day, 24/7 service, day or night, and their expert technicians will get the job done and get it done right the first time. Book online now at FenwickHomeservices.com.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, with answers to the questions I'm asked the most. Yes, we are local, and no, I'm not hiring an actor to read these commercials. Check us out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all. 12 years and still undefeated. 1010XL. 1010XL breaks down training camp all day. Listen for camp news with analysis and insight from the practice feed. Everything counts! 1010XL's training camp coverage is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing and Kingfish Pest Control.
Hey folks, this is Dave Benyon with my son Ammon here from Zero Res. Ammon, you've been cleaning air ducts for a while now. What are some of the reasons customers might consider getting their air ducts cleaned?
There are many reasons. Many times, people suffer needlessly from poor indoor air quality produced by the conditions in their air system. Construction dust, the presence of bacterial growth, and years' worth of buildup all come together to make your air ducts a pretty gross place. If you suffer from allergies, have recently moved, recently remodeled, or have never had your air ducts cleaned, then now is the best time to call. By calling Zero Res, you'll have the peace of mind of knowing that you called the best of the best. Our state-of-the-art truck mount system and top-of-the-line service representatives simply can't be found anywhere else. Google Zero Res and read thousands of 5-star reviews.
So what kind of deals can I expect?
Just mention that you heard us on the radio, and we'll give you $100 off your air duct cleaning.
Wow, that sounds like a pretty great deal. Remember, folks, Zero Res,
spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
CEROREC, Zero Res.
Calling all disc golf enthusiasts. Play It Again Sports Jacksonville wants your used discs. Now through June 29th, earn cash on the spot plus $5 in sports bucks for every $25 of disc golf gear we buy. Play It Again Sports also stocks new discs from your favorite brands like Innova, Discraft, Discmania, and more. Stop in today and shop our huge selection. Merrill Road near 295 in the Merrill Station Shopping Plaza or online at playitagainjacks.com.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Vegas, baby. This is Taylor Dahl from Helmets and Heels, and we're sending one lucky listener to Circa Resort and Casino this December. Win a free 3-night stay with $200 food and beverage credit, plus a daybed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive 143-foot screen at Circa, you'll huddle up with the Heels at the Overhang Bar for our pregame tailgates on Friday with drink specials and giveaways. For a chance to win this all-in package to Circa with Helmets and Heels, enter at 1010xl.com/Vegas.
And if you've already booked your flight to Vegas for the big game and are still searching for accommodations, Circa Resort and Casino has a special rate just for Jacksonville fans. Mia here, and for just $500, get a 3-night stay at Circa, $200 in food and beverage credit, plus a day bed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive screen, it's the world's largest hot tub party. The all-in package is only available till August 30th, so act now. Book and join the Heels in Vegas. Visit CircaLasVegas.com today.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We have a decent feel for it. We're going to learn more every day. That's what I continue to tell our guys. Every single day is different. I learn something new, and that's the great thing about football in general. You're always learning something new, especially when it's a completely different rule. That's going to be cool. We're going to learn every single day.
That's Heath Farwell. He is the Jaguars special teams coach. He's talking about those new kickoff rules, which we will see go into effect. Gosh, I guess what day is the Hall of Fame?
Thursday.
Right? Yeah.
This Thursday.
This Thursday night we'll have football. And
we're going to see it.
Yeah, I'm going to tune in really. I'll open and kick, and then I'll go to bed maybe, or something like that. This is one of the things the Jags are adjusting to. It's been kind of a blah start for the offense here out of camp. Now, the good news is, or, I guess depending on which side you're looking at it, the bad news is if one side's doing good, the other side not so much. So let me identify for you a couple of sleeper important guys. And I say it's funny. I was thinking about both these guys separately. Now, I didn't know that they had talked at camp this weekend, but the way things have come together, it seems to be even more topical and timely. And it just so happens that we have these guys this morning. I'm not going to take these interviews that we had this weekend and now try and manipulate them into being bigger subjects of storyline than they are. But I really do believe that now, if they have, especially one of these guys, if he just has an average year, then no. The other guy has had what we would call great years, yet I don't know if I agree with that. Those two guys on offense and defense are Devin Lloyd and Evan Ingram. Wait, Jeff, how dare you put Devin Lloyd in Evan Ingram's category? Not doing that. I'm talking about guys on each side of the ball whose play, when we look back on the end of the year, could be more important and valuable than we are thinking right now. And Jeff, what are you talking about? Evan Ingram caught 114 balls. We know how valuable he is. I think the Jaguars need to. What's the skill set for Evan Ingram? Like what do you describe for Evan Ingram and his skill set as an advantage over the defense or other tight ends? Isn't it his, quote, athleticism? Isn't that what we hear?
Yeah.
He's like a receiver in a tight end's body.
Looks like one.
Right? And we hear that a lot. You know what we don't see near enough? Evan Ingram down the seam for 35. Evan Ingram wheel route down the sideline for 58 yards. You know, plays we see from Kelsey and Kittle and Andrews and others. Evan Ingram's not a big dude, right? Boy, those hands have been awful good the last couple of years. He's caught a lot of balls, a lot of 7-yard drag routes. Important catches. I'm not saying they're not. You don't catch 114 by accident. I'm saying if Evan Ingram this year can average 14 yards a catch, can be a weapon getting downfield, it's needed now. Now we need it. Have you seen those receivers? It's been a slow start for Brian Thomas Jr., man. I'm sorry. You want to find something to worry about? Well, how about more about the unknown and a guy that you drafted number one that you are counting on? He's kind of had a slow start after having pretty good, on-field, off-season until training camp. And again, it's early. I'm not losing my mind over him either. We have Gabe Davis, who's new to the system. We have Christian Kerr. I mean, there's just not a lot of proven production there. Evan Ingram, 114 catches, awesome. Right, just a terrific year to gather yardage and production when we could as a football team. But, man, that game, it's time now for this team to take that next step. Evan Ingram needs to become a real weapon, not just a real good player. You can't find a tight end list right now that has Evan Ingram in the top 5, sometimes not in the top 10. So, yeah, it's great. We need those catches. It's not alarming the league, man. It's not stressing defenses. And he's a good player, man. I mean, do not twist what I'm saying. I think for the Jags to be a Super Bowl team, a real contender to get better, he needs to be even better. And how does that happen? Well, to me, number one, it's getting downfield. And that's not just on Evan Ingram. That's on the play calling. It's on the design. It's on the game plan.
It's a lot of work that needs to be done on my part. I definitely would love to get more opportunities that way, but I gotta show that I can do it. I gotta prove that I can do it in practice and get on the same page with Trevor. And there's some things that we gotta work on there. So I have to go earn that. And I think the way I work and the way I commit, and with the great coaches and teammates I have, and the great offense that we're building, we're all gonna get those opportunities. We're all gonna be able to eat off those opportunities. So as long as I continue to put the work in and seek improvement in there, I think the opportunities will come out, and I have to cash in.
Okay, look, going now into his 8th year, Evan Ingram, he's been a great find. I'm not denying that at all. Big part of that second half offensive flurry in 2022. Lots of, got all of his touchdowns late that year. Hadn't been a real touchdown scorer last year. Like I said, caught a lot of balls. I mean, Evan Ingram was 4th in the NFL with 114 catches, okay? Didn't even have 1,000 yards, man. You know how far you got to go down to get to the next guy who's in the top, number of receptions? You got to get down to T.J. Hawkinson with 95 catches. Didn't have 100 yards. Travis Kelce, another tight end, 93 catches. Didn't have 100 yards. But those guys averaged almost 2 yards more per catch than Ingram, who averaged only 8.4 yards a catch. going into year 8, and the game, according to Ingram, has to still continue to evolve.
Whatever I'm asked to do, to continue to perfect that. I know I've been, really having a lot of success underneath in the past couple years, and there's still room for improvement there, and I'm in continuous search for that as well. But obviously hope this year some more opportunities downfield, get more vertical, and I think the way our offense is being built through camp, that's going to be a lot of great opportunities. So I got to go earn that as well. So definitely it's a journey and improving there, and I'm getting the reps and having the conversations with Trevor and getting on the same page. But really, whatever this team needs me to do, I want to maximize that role the best as I can.
All right, so there's Evan Ingram, and offense continues to struggle. We'll see if they can, the pads will go on this week. We'll see if that, lights a spark a little bit under the offense, who's seen the defense get the better of them. Now, one guy on that defense, I feel like Devin Lloyd's been a little bit underappreciated here. I'm not saying he's great, but Foye Oluokun obviously led the Jags in tackles last year. He had 173, another big year for him. Do you know who was second on the team in tackles last year? Was Devin Lloyd. Do you know how many tackles Devin Lloyd had last year? What would you guess?
120,
Good.
130.
127 tackles last year. Second on the team in tackles. Rayshon Jenkins, the safety, was third. Josh Hines-Allen was fourth. And
that's not great when your safety has his third in tackles.
Yeah, I think that's probably more common than you think. The way they play defense now puts so many in the box. I bet you, in fact, if we look at tackles leader around the league, there'd probably be some safety showing up. But, Devin Lloyd, and missed 2 games, by the way, had 127. So at that same pace, if he plays full season like Foye, Rayshon, Josh Hines-Allen, all those guys did, you're looking at 145 tackles maybe. But it's time for no sacks last year, and Devin Lloyd came to the Jaguars with this reputation from Utah that he would be able to get to the quarterback, right? Remember that? Hadn't done that. But in this new attacking defense, I think that they look at Devin Lloyd as a weapon that they can utilize. And, personally, I'm kind of excited about what Devin Lloyd can be to this defense. He put on some weight this offseason. He was asked if he expects to rush the quarterback more this year, to come at him from different angles, to blitz more.
We'll see. I think I know he believes in my skill set. We've talked about that. So we have most of the defense in. There's still some stuff. There's still a lot of third down stuff, which is where it'll show up that we need to go over. But I know he believes in my skill set, and I believe in my skill set. So we'll see.
He being Ryan Nielsen. Lloyd mimicked all the other defensive players, talking about Nielsen's attention to detail. Defense has been flying around at camp. We've talked about that, and Lloyd was asked, hey, man, you starting to get under that offensive skin?
I think we're all just looking to get better. Everybody has areas of improvement, and so, they make some plays, we'll make some plays. That's what it's about, though. Iron sharpens iron. We just continue to, help each other, one another, get to where we want to be so we can be in the Super Bowl, which is where we all want to be.
All right, the talker. Because that's what we do, right? This time of year we talk, and it's certainly a talker. 5 interceptions now through 4 practices for Trevor. I know Hick was there on Saturday as well. We'll talk more about that. And those struggles, how important they are, if they are causing any anxiety or worry for any of you out there. They don't for me personally, but I get it if it does. It's not sitting right with you. So certainly more talk on Jags camp, on Trevor's struggles to this point. We'll have Fred Taylor with us, the Monday morning running back. So that's coming up in the 8 o'clock hour this morning. We'll come back with some more news from around the National Football League. First, today's Shazam Spotlight, brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstores. Stark, Kingsland, you 6 o'clockers. Oh, a lot of you loading up those trucks this morning. By the way, a little kiss this morning, a little weather kiss. Right? It's like 70, 74, I think, when I got in the truck today. Well, that was a nice little, ooh, that feels good. But the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland, just, man, I couldn't be happier with, the relationship I've had with Murray Ford now for a lot of years. Like, gosh, I bought my daughter a car down at the other Murray Superstore, pre-owned, when she was in college years ago. And as you know now, truck guy. I was just down there, a couple of Augusts ago. So if you're in the market for a Ford, trust my friends, the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. We're going to put the focus on First Coast Olympians. Caleb Dressel got another gold. Caleb Dressel from Clay High was stepped away from swimming for a couple of years between the last Olympiad and now. I saw his wife, by the way, hanging out with Snoop Dogg. Did you see that? Caleb won gold. He anchored the 4x100 men's freestyle event. And the U.S., I think it was freestyle. Yeah, I believe it was. And the U.S. Ended up pulling away. They won gold. What an amazing stat, though, for Dressel. 8 medals in his Olympic career now. 8 gold medals. Dude's done nothing but win gold. And so what a story for Dressel, who was is such an impact performer at the last Olympics in Tokyo. Off to a gold medal start already with his 8th over the weekend. And then, look, the Olympics are also fun for athletes like the one I'm about to mention, who you may not even be aware of. Like, Gibby, have you ever heard the name Poe Pinson?
You know, I actually read his name this week, Fernandina guy, right?
Yeah, I think it's a girl, but I'm not sure. Oops.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I should know that. I'm pretty sure Poe.
Yeah, I've only seen the name.
I think Poe's a girl. I think. Somebody hit me, man, if I'm wrong there. Women's street skateboard. There's my clue. Context clue. 5th in the women's street skateboard. Poe Pinson is from Fernandina Beach, man. You go, Poe. So Caleb Dressel from Clay High wins gold this weekend, his 8th gold in his career. And Poe Pinson, a local skateboarder. My biggest, I guess, criticism of the Olympics is it's so hard to keep up with, man. It's just everything's flying all over the daggone place. You don't know what's live, what's on tape, when is what. I guess if it takes too much effort. Like other sports are simple. Game starts at 1:35, Sales on the mound. Kickoff's at 4. Jags Texans, you know exactly what's coming. The Olympics can be a little dicey to keep up with.
Especially in different countries and the time change and all that, like you said.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's come back. Braves head above water. Swallowed a bunch, though, along the way.
And now we got to worry about Lopez.
Yeah, it's just the hits keep coming, don't they? All right, and a football fix, camp news from around the league when we return as well. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
As the Jaguars prepare for the upcoming season, tight end Evan Ingram says this year's team is different.
There's a lot different for sure. I think it starts with the players, starts with the leaders in the locker room. I think we're just moving different, and I think there's just a lot more sense of urgency.
Jag offensive coordinator Press Taylor likes the approach he sees thus far from the offense.
Overall, as a unit, you see it feels very intense. I think guys understand very clearly what we're trying to communicate, what we're trying to get done.
An ankle injury kept Jaguar cornerback Tyson Campbell out of Jacksonville's training camp drills for a second consecutive day. On Saturday, his right ankle was taped up. And that's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Tony Finau tees off today as the 11-1 favorite with a 3M Open at TPC Twin Cities. Sam Burns 18-1. The Senior Open Championship gets underway today at Carnoustie. Patrick Harrington, the plus 350 pre-tournament favorite. Chris Sale on the mound for the Braves today as they look to end a 4-game losing streak. Sale 13-3, a 2.70 ERA, and the favorite to a National League Cy Young. The Braves another 30 road favorite. Mets plus 110 with Luis Severino on the mound, 7.5 flat the total. Rays and Blue Jays at Rogers Center in Toronto. Both teams minus 110 of the money line. The total 8 shaded to the under. Save with Progressive. Progressive.com. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Attention homeowners, is it time to get your septic tank pumped out? Don't wait until it's too late. At Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic, our experienced technicians use the latest equipment to pump out your tank safely and efficiently, ensuring that your septic system is running smoothly. Neglecting your septic tank can lead to costly repairs and even health hazards. So call Duck Rooter and schedule your septic tank pumping. Call now, 904-862-6769, or online at duckduckrooter.com. Duck Rooter is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, just got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of your family, right? That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, but have you done your last will? Matt wants to know, besides getting your assets to the people that you choose, planning will also help minimize income, gift, and estate taxes at will. Matt Hinson will listen, help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. You got questions, reach out to Matty, 904-527-1700. That's 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
It's time to fire up your grill, shoot off some fireworks, and launch one of the biggest sales in the history of the United States. It's our independent sale happening right now at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet. Whether you drive a car, a truck, or an EV, everyone is welcome to celebrate our independent sale with the lowest prices, largest inventory, and the most love for our country. Come celebrate with Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. You don't want to miss this.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen & Sullivan.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
Veterans, did you know VA mortgage rates have plummeted and you can now access up to 100% of your home's equity and turn that into cash right now? Hey, it's Roger Moore, President and CEO of Loan Pronto, announcing our VA Equity Advantage program. This VA offer can get you $50,000, $70,000, $100,000 cash out with no junk fees and no hassle. With APRs in the 5s, you can pay off all those credit cards, personal loans, car loans, and get one easy-to-manage payment. Veterans we help save on average $850 per month. And listen, if you're a veteran with a current mortgage rate over 6.25%, we can do a streamlined refinance with no income verification and no appraisal, saving you hundreds a month. At Loan Pronto, we respect what you've done for our country, and we show it. Call now and ask about our special VA Equity Advantage program. 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. LoanPronto.com. 904-999-1508.
Equal housing lender. NMLS 166-1781. Subject to lender approval. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org.
If you're looking for custom metalwork, look no further than Superior Fence and Rail. Whether it's custom railing, shade structures, or custom entry gates, their expert team controls the turnkey process. From CAD design and raw metal to powder-coated finish and expert installation. When you choose Superior Fence and Rail for your custom metal project, you get a project that's, well, superior. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail today.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
I'm Hacker. Get more Gators on the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Wednesday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL Florida Gator Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or tune in.
Brian Wall here. Would you take your paycheck, go to the bank, cash it, and then simply throw it up in the air? I didn't think so. But in a way, over the years, that is exactly what you're doing if you have old or builder-grade windows in your home. Even if you have a brand new home, those windows are not the best windows you can have to save on your energy bills. Window World has sold millions of replacement windows to homeowners like you, and Window World's customer satisfaction is the highest in the business. Please check Window World out yourself and save on your new windows and on your energy bills. Compare with other companies and you'll see Window World is simply the best for less. It's up to you. You can call Window World and get a free estimate, get the best guarantee in the window replacement business, save money on your new windows, and save more on your energy bills. Call Window World today at 904-443-7001 or go online to windowworldneflorida.com. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors. Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, let's catch up on the baseball situation as we get set to sprint to the finish line. What, about 40 games left maybe? 35, 40 games for most teams. Braves dropped the first 2 Thursday, Friday in New York. It looked like it was just going to be the nose of the ship in the air and just go down this weekend in New York. They managed to scrap back. The bottom line is this. If the Braves don't hold you to like 0 or 1 runs, they don't win. They had a shutout on Saturday. It's like their major league leading 13th shutout. I did the math yesterday, and I believe now the win total for Atlanta is up to, I want to say 56. Yeah, the win yesterday, 56-38. They're back in front of the Mets by a game and a half with the split for the first wild card, second place in the division. 56 wins, Gibby. 26 of those wins, the Braves had to hold the other teams. I don't know if they had to. Forget what they had. But 26 of the wins, the opponent has scored 0 or 1 run. And with that said, one of those pitchers is put up those kind of numbers, started yesterday, which means one thing. He left with an injury. Oof. Ronaldo Lopez, 3 scoreless, leaves with forearm tightness. Sound familiar? Well, we'll see. Good news is Max Fried spotted long toss yesterday and could be back sooner rather than later. But now you worry about Lopez, who will go have an MRI. We'll see. It's just one thing after another.
That kind of surprised me about Fried. We were thinking that, man, he might be on the shelf for a while, but I'd love to see him back.
Well, sure, of course. Yeah. I bet we would. I will say this. Like Duvall and Rosario and those schleps are starting to hit a little bit, or homer a little bit, you know. But listen, this is pretty clear here. This is on Riley, Olsen.
Olsen's finally starting to heat up again.
Ozuna. And for the love of God, or trade him, Sean Murphy.
He hasn't even played.
Every year there's a guy who becomes like the poster child for your frustration and for your disappointment and for the reasoning on why your team stinks. I Sean Murphy has become one of my least favorite Braves of all time. This dude can't get in the lineup when he is. He's pitiful. He's hitting 200. And meanwhile, a young, controllable catcher that they had is flourishing in Milwaukee. Contreras probably homer a couple times tonight. That's where the Braves are headed. But it's on those guys to hit and keep them around 500, hopefully make the wild card and get some of these guys back. I mean, and a few of them, you're not getting back. All right, trade deadline is tomorrow at 6. Braves still haven't done anything. Mets haven't done anything. There were some more moves this weekend. The Marlins and the Rays have been the big sellers, so it's a Florida flea market right now. Jazz Chisholm to the Yankees this weekend. And the Rays, who have just been sending them out left and right.
Yeah, they've unloaded everybody. Rosarena's gone.
Yeah, Paredes is now gone. He was an all-star this year. I think he's got 15 homers. He goes to the Cubs. I always hate seeing these scenes. The guy who gets traded and he's happy where he is.
Yeah.
That's Christopher Morel yesterday. He's playing for the Cubs. He's in the game. He learns he's traded and basically tears in his eyes in the dugout. He says bye to everyone.
Did you see what Rosarena did? He got traded, and then the next night – he went to the game with his family. So you have like 72 hours to if you're traded, you have 72 hours to report to your new team. He went to the game the next night and sat in the crowd at the Rays game with his family.
Wow.
And was just like high-fiving with fans and just giving his appreciation to them. I've never seen that.
That guy just came out of nowhere in the World Series year for them 3-4 years back. That postseason, he really made a name for himself. So he got traded to the Mariners. The Padres poached a Rays reliever. This was after, isn't it the Padres who got the Marlins?
Yeah, Jason Adam.
Yeah, but didn't they also get Puck?
No, Arizona got Puck.
Okay.
And he looks like Randy Johnson out there.
Yeah, he does.
He struck out the side yesterday for the Diamondbacks.
The Rangers got a catcher in a trade with the Tigers. That pretty much sums it up. It's been kind of quiet. The Phillies got the Bulls product, Austin Hayes, over the weekend for supplement their bench depth.
JU, yeah.
Yeah, JU, I mean.
And then Baumeister from Bulls went to the Rays in the trade with so they got Eflin. So the Baltimore got Zach Eflin, and in that trade, Baumeister went from the Orioles to the Rays. So Baumeister at Florida State and Bulls. So that's a local guy.
All right, we had the cycle yesterday. It seems we make a lot bigger deal out of no-hitters than we do from players hitting for the cycle. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so.
When in reality, historically, they're equally uncommon.
Yeah, it's only the second in history for the Marlins.
Right. I don't know how many no-hitters they've had. At least 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Marlins had I believe he's a rookie, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Xavier Edwards.
And he's been with the Jumbo Shrimp last year and this year.
I was going to say, you Shrimp fans would be aware of him.
Mm-hmm.
He hit for the cycle yesterday. Xavier Edwards, the second Marlins player ever to hit for the cycle. And historically, cycles and no-hitters occur at about the same rate. Fire up the band. We got a football fix. It's brought to you this morning by the Jewelton Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. Best deal in golf. I know I got out and played golf for the first time since the debacle, really. It's been about 3 weeks. Played with my boys this weekend. Got 9 in. The greens are coming back in because they've been punched. But other than that, it's your tee time today. Tua got paid this weekend. I didn't get Trevor money. 53.5 is the average. So Trevor's 55 is holding strong as tied for the top quarterback contract in the league. But Tua's fit. Listen, this is a no-brainer for the Dolphins. I think Mike McDaniel was instrumental, and Tua thinks he was too, and just, doubling down on let's don't stop this growth process. It's a 4-year deal for Tua, whereas some of the others got 5. But that issue put to bed, and of course, any and all Dolphins storylines become somewhat Jag storylines. The 2 teams will open the regular season in Miami in early September. All right, injuries cropping up is usually the case. Defensive end Sam Williams for the Cowboys. Doesn't sound like a big name. Did have 4.5 sacks last year, though, and has torn his ACL, so he will miss the season. The Jags considered drafting Christian Barmore. I don't remember the draft that was, and there was these rumors of potential problems coming if you drafted Christian Barmore, or maybe there was a knee injury that was underpromoted. And so, of course, the Patriots grabbed him in round 2, and he's gone on to be a really, really good football player. He had 8.5 sacks last year, but he's diagnosed with blood clots over the weekend. No timetable for his return, so concerned with Christian Barmore up there. Colts owner Jim Irsay attending training camp practices yesterday. First time he's been cited publicly in quite a while. And our old buddy, Darius Williams, has been slowed by injury out in L.A. It's hamstring strain. They're going to take it, quote, a week at a time with his return. That according to the Rams head coach. Williams returned to the Rams after coming to Jacksonville playing really good football for the Jags as a free agent. Former Creekside High School product. That is a football fixture. Welcome. Hicken Arrival and more come your way next. We have Fred Taylor today with a Monday morning running back. Jags talk and more. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
He scoops up the hot topics of the day and takes you into the night with hot talk and truth-telling. Whoa. Rick Ballou.
This is a gold mine. You almost let it get away.
Adding insight to truth for a fresh take.
Yeah, that is amazing. He should work for NASA or something like that.
Evenings on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. They want to remind you one very important thing this summer. Put on the sunscreen, man. Come on. If you're going golfing, put on the sunscreen. Fishing, going to the beach, going to watch your kids play, put on the sunscreen. Otherwise, you're going to be visiting Doctors Boudreaux and Metz. And by the way, they've been taking care of me for decades now and have done a great job. Also, Dr. Fader does the Mohs surgery. These guys are ready to help you. They prefer you to put on the hats and the long sleeve dry fit. It's hot in Jacksonville, FLA, baby. The sun comes down. Put on the sunscreen. If you see anything on your body, though, that gives you cause for concern, just check out my friends, Doctors Boudreaux and Metz at Beaches Dermatology. Give them a call at beachesdermatology.com.
Yo, E to the T here, and we've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino? Canceled because real life came calling. MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action. All from the comfort of the crib, my boy. I love the live casino. Just go to MyBookie and click Live Casino at the top. You'll find the dealers ready to spin just like you're at the casino. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience with the actions in your hands, and you don't even need to wear pants, my guy. Start at MyBookie today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code 1010XL and a revamped loyalty program that'll ensure the host an exclusive VIP perk. So sign up and hit the casino with promo code 1010XL. The more you play, the more you win. Only with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Hey there, weekend warriors. It's Matt Hayes. Sick of that slice? Tired of those 3-putts? What if I told you your handicap isn't about your swing, it's about your weight? Why not take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with the Waco 180? We're talking 10 strokes off by August, getting your tour card by September, winning your first major, year one. Think about it. Fame, fortune, and most important, winning $5 off your buddy because you, sir, are closest to the pin. Taking strokes off your game is just about 40 pounds away at Waco180weightloss.com. Awaken 180 does not guarantee an immediate 10 strokes off your score, receiving a tour card, or the ability to control the weather. Individual results may vary. Your newfound athleticism might cause jealousy among your foursome, leading to accusations of steroid use. Awaken is not responsible for defending your honor in the clubhouse. Awaken 180 cannot guarantee that your newfound golf prowess will lead to a sponsorship deal, but we can't not guarantee it either. Awaken 180 is not responsible for any dramatic fist pumps or unsolicited golf tips you give to strangers. Awaken 180 does not offer refunds for any lost wagers made on your improved golf game. Bet wisely, my friend. Strokes off your game by dropping pounds off your frame. Awaken180weightloss.com.
At Honda, we appreciate all the comparisons to other vehicles. And no matter how many times they compare their vehicles to a Honda, only a Honda is a Honda. Remember, value, quality, safety, there is no substitute. Visit your local Honda dealer now and experience the difference.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Smooth sailing and a smooth taste of Vida de Luis, an all-natural tequila made with volcanic spring water and aerated to provide a smoother finish. Go to VidaDeLuis.com and set a course for smooth living today.
For all your plumbing needs, call on the Bold City's best.
The water heater's broken, disposal doesn't work. Toilets overflowing, the wife's going berserk. There's water all around me, the faucet sprung a leak. The only way to fix it is to call on Roland Reach, 'cause I got the blues, yeah.
Roland Reach Plumbing. Lose the bad plumbing blues and find your peace with Roland Reach. Yeah.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. If you've played sports or still lead an active life, chances are joint pain is nothing new. This is Dr. George Barry of Barry Orthopedics, and we like to be your option when it comes to taking care of your body and getting back in the game. From shoulders to elbows to hip and knee pain, Barry Orthopedics can diagnose and treat a variety of injuries that are causing you pain. We are Barry Orthopedics and online at barryorthopedics.com. With more than 30 years of experience, our team is here to care for your entire family.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. University of Florida tight end Hayden Hansen is looking for the Gators' offense productivity to elevate in the upcoming season.
With most of our starters coming back, there's no delay in the plays. We know what to do, get the ball in our hands and go. Especially with Graham coming back, that's huge. We're going to take some huge steps this year, especially in this close in this game.
FSU head coach Mike Norvell, 4 days into fall camp, likes what he sees from Auburn transfer Cam Riley.
Cam has definitely been a great addition, but as much as what I've seen on the field, I mean, just his attitude and approach, there in the meeting room, he's so eager to learn.
Mark another win for the Gator football program. Long snapper Mac Mulhern of Scottsdale, Arizona, who was ranked as the number 2 overall, chose Florida on Saturday over other options such as Michigan and Washington. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
75 degrees at 7:01. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Yeah. You know it! Yes, sir! Oh, I got a case of the moon days.
Yeah. I got a long way to the weekend. Football Thursday night.
Sort of. That's one of those.
Get to see a kickoff.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to Logman about that at the practice on Saturday, and he had an interesting point. He said in the end, everybody's just going to kick it out of bounds.
Right.
Kick it through.
That's what we said earlier. Yeah.
Because
you're going to end up
what's the risk for an extra 3 yards? Take it at the 30, or do you kick it and try to get him out at the 27? I mean, so I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see how
I thought that out of bounds was a bigger penalty than the 35.
Not out of bounds, but through the end zone.
Oh, that's a
touchback.
That's still just
and
a
it goes to
touchback.
the 30.
Instead of the 25?
Yeah. So here's the
yeah,
it's not worth the risk for 2, 3, 4 yards. I don't, and we'll see. I don't know. Maybe it'll be different.
I'm still interested in seeing it.
I think if this doesn't work, then we just kill the kickoff.
Just give them the ball.
Yeah, just start at 25.
Yeah. And I guess the players push back on that because they're specialized.
Well, yeah, there's more
positions.
Jobs. Yeah. So I don't know.
But when they do it, there'll be a guarantee that you keep X position and X amount of players. And I'm surprised the rosters haven't gotten bigger.
Well,
with all the money, this salary cap is like a drop in the bucket to what these dudes are bringing in nowadays.
53 guys, you got 22 spots, and the kicker and a punter and a long snapper.
And last year, we're down to Elijah Cooks and Parker Washington.
Depends on how you keep it. By the way, and that's the talent level too. I mean, you're going to water it down even more. I mean,
well, the guys won't play. I just mean have bodies, practice, and otherwise.
Yeah, it's all about revenue.
That's for sure.
I hire somebody. So anyway, let's we'll get it out of the way. We're probably the last show to be able to talk about this because there's another practice coming up. And note to Trevor, you might want to play a little bit better at practice today. He was
touchdowns that make you feel better.
Well, maybe a completed pass would make me feel better. I mean, why don't we try that, there? Jags offense? Yes. I mean, it was terrible on Saturday. It was. I went to the practice and. It wasn't good.
It's been that way.
It was not good.
The offense as a whole.
Yeah, and so it's the subject, of course, of our Dreamfinders Homes Bowl question of the day.
You bet.
Yeah, I've brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Gators, and the PGA Tour as well. After a rather poor performance Saturday AM by the Jags offense, what are we thinking? Are we thinking, A, we got the 85 Bears D. That's a positive flip side, right?
How about no?
B,
How many Hall of Famers on that Bears D? About 5, 6?
Started out there. One word, RELAX, relax.
Okay.
The offense is just average.
Okay.
Or time to step up, TL16. Those are your 4 choices.
Yeah, the go-away winners. 500
votes.
Go-away winners 4. It's not even close. Really? Average is offense is average?
One word, RELAX, 48.6.
I commend you, Jag fan, for finally
31.8%.
Practice is practice.
14.4% offense is average. Nobody thinks we got the Bears D, only 5.2%. Yeah. You can vote at Dan Hicken social media. Dreamfinders Homes, everywhere you want to be. Plenty of Jacksonville communities in the best locations. Visit dreamfindershomes.com to find your home. And by the way, for a limited time on select move-in ready homes, Dreamfinders is offering an amazing 3.99% interest rate in year 1 of your mortgage. Just go to dreamfindershomes.com. You can get all, I like to say, the details and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Nice.
We talking about practice.
Yeah, we can, but that's what we
got, right?
We're not supposed to watch practice.
I get
We're supposed to just come out on August 10th and watch. I mean,
it's an odd dynamic from this standpoint.
It was horrible, Jeff.
But
horrible.
My point is this: it's an odd dynamic from this standpoint. If you went to a Tuesday practice in the middle of November, you wouldn't draw any conclusions. You draw them from what you just saw the last Sunday and what you'll see or what you've seen every Sunday. So that if we don't get a view into everyday practice situation. Here's what I think. I think the defense has been given a little nudge into the knowledge of what's coming, the flying around the ball. They're operating, it seems like, and I haven't been down there yet, but from what you tell me, it seems like they're operating at 2 different energy levels, that defense and that offense.
Well, it wasn't just Trevor either. It's receivers.
I'm more worried about some of the other things, the offense in total.
I mean, again, I didn't see the rookie receiver do anything on Saturday. I understand it's July. I'm not, because and I don't care because everybody's just going to draw their own conclusions anyway, so it is what it is. I'm just telling you what I saw. And what I saw was a terrible
sketchy
offensive performance. Yeah. It was awful.
Yeah.
It wasn't sketchy. It was bad.
Well,
it was
okay.
Yuck. It was puke. It was one of the worst I've ever seen as far as throwing the football. I'm talking you couldn't complete I'm talking like if I take the ball and I got a receiver out here running this way, laterally.
Flare.
Yeah, and it's a 15-yard pass, and I can't complete that. That's a problem.
Well, it would be a problem if there's another logo over there.
I'm talking verticals where I got nobody covering, before we do get into the 7-on-7, 11-on-11s, and we can't hook up. Easiest throw in the world for a quarterback to make. Drop it in the bucket.
I guess we go with this one. I guess this is what camp's for.
I guess.
That's what you go with, right? I mean, the timing and throwing the guys.
We should be past that. Camp's year-round now.
Yeah, but we do have everybody catching balls is, is new. A lot, well, not everybody, but, half of what you're counting on is brand new.
Well, and then you look at the Giants report out of Giants camp, and you hear.
Did you?
Yeah. And you see Malik Neighbors shining. This guy's special.
No,
this guy's a Porsche.
Sure. I'm worried about.
I like our guy to be a Porsche.
I'd be more concerned with that, and I'm not concerned about that either, though. But if I had to manage the things I'm not concerned about by what I'm more concerned about, non-concerned, I would be more concerned about the rookie receiver and seeing him flash than I would Trevor getting off to a rocky camp start.
Yeah.
As to our chance to win in December or whenever.
Well, again, I think it's fair to expect a lot from Trevor Lawrence now.
I don't think that's
part
unfair
of
at all.
Expecting a lot is, having good practices, not bad practices. So, and putting, again, that was the worst one, but it hasn't been good really at all.
Well, they've had 4 practices, and the offense has stunk.
Yeah.
And Trevor has stunk.
They got to get it going Again, keeping in mind that I know where we're at. I know what time of the year it is. I'm just telling you what I saw, and what I saw was not good. So, anyway, and by
I guess
the way,
it's the implication of saying that leaves you with, does that mean you think he's no good? Does that mean you think it won't get better? Does that mean, well, there you go. As long as that's the case, then that's what it is.
How much better and how much good?
I don't know.
Right. That's what I mean. That's what I want.
That's a fair question for the last 4 years.
Yeah. And it's time. It's time.
Sure.
Now. This is year 4. It's time. I don't want to hear Urban Meyer again. I don't want to hear the guys around him aren't good enough. It's time. That's all I'm saying. And, Shad Khan thinks it's time. Shad Khan's told the guys, look, he doled out the money, man. He made you happy. He made you happy. He made you happy. He made everybody happy. Made the fans happy. Everybody's happy. So,
and no one should be unhappy until they're 1-3, and then let's scream.
Yeah. Well, I'm not unhappy. I'm just telling you that it was, I guess, a little bit surprising, maybe. How about that? I was a little surprised. Like, ooh, I mean, some of those throws, yeesh. Some of those receptions, yeesh. Some of those not getting open. By the way, a little extra. Tyson Campbell wasn't out there on Saturday. Jarian Jones wasn't out there on Saturday.
They're both a little bit banged up.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's maybe a day that maybe this is the day we shine. So I would suggest to the boys out there that the offense gets going today and they can change the narrative a little bit. Like I said, it's certainly not the end of the world, but it wasn't a pretty sight. It's not a pretty sight. So got to just everything. No flow, no.
Should we be disappointed that the offense overall isn't built any better than it is when Trevor took over? It's like I'm looking at the 2021 roster, skill position roster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had James Robinson and ETN. ETN got hurt, but you had Robinson and ETN, which is certainly not worse than ETN and Bigsby.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a guy, like Christian Kirk, although you had DJ Chark, who at that stage of his career was, similar. And then you got Marvin Jones, and you got, Laviska Shenault and Jamal Agnew. And I'm not talking about that. This is a separate issue. It has nothing to do with training camp struggles or quarterback play or anything. I'm just saying, has this offense been built better enough? I guess a lot of that depends on the first-round receiver. It's the first time
we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, again, like you said, well, I guess we'll check back in September if that's how you want to do it. But, yeah, it's a fair – I mean, I don't think the roster is good enough.
The offensive roster, it hasn't changed enough. Whether or not it's good enough, it's not. It looks remarkably like the roster that was coming off a 1-15 year, right? Shouldn't it be much better if you're like a 9-win playoff type team?
Yeah.
And you can argue it was the last couple of years, but and maybe ultimately the receivers on this year's team are 1,000 times better than that one. That is certainly, a bit of an upgrade.
You know what I think would have made made a lot of things a lot more palpable for the Jags?
What's that?
How the narrative would be different if they just would have beat Tennessee at the end of the year last year.
For sure.
Got in the playoffs, even if they lost.
Yeah.
Even if they had won the division back-to-back, if they were back-to-back division champs, and all they had to do is beat Tennessee, who was a crap A team,
or as we said last week, all they had to do was make a stinking 48-yard field goal.
Yeah.
Against the Bengals.
Yeah.
There's that win.
Yeah. But they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
They didn't do it. Well, yeah, at least the Bengals were good, although they had a backup quarterback. Tennessee they had nothing. They had nothing to play for. They were done. They were finished, and you let Derrick Henry run down your throat, and you couldn't score points, and you bogged down on the goal line again, and you changed play. It was a disaster.
Do you know who said this weekend?
Talk to me.
Titans' Will Levis has look of a star. Boy, what now? Huh? We don't need that development. He's not looked that to me, but do you know who said that?
I don't know.
Yeah, Pete Prisco.
He loves him, though.
He does. He always has since the beginning.
But that's fair.
You know, and I mean, we've just completely discounted the Titans who, you know.
They spent a lot of money.
They did. They've added, I don't know. This division looks awful bunched to me.
Yes.
And the Texans deserve, because of their performance last year and their aggressiveness this offseason.
They deserve it. They deserve to be the top dog.
We're not aggressive. We haven't been aggressive. Like, they're aggressive. They're getting star players. They know that it's quick here. I'm going to go get them now.
Yeah.
Now our quarterback's been paid all that money. We can't do that. And we spent a lot of money on average guys, man. The Rayshons and the good players helped you be a playoff team maybe. They don't win you a Super Bowl.
Well, we got a lot of Jags talk coming up. We got a lot of football talk today. We got a lot to do. It's a busy day. We've got the 10-minute drill just around the corner. So we're gonna rock and roll here on a Monday.
We are. It's the
loaded up, right?
Oh, gosh, so much.
Yeah.
It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com. We'll got the 10-minute drill with some of the other headlines and the highlights, or in terms of the Olympics, the lowlights from the weekend that was. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Now, a 1010XL Summer Olympic Update. Brought to you by USAPark.net Airport Parking.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games. If you drive over the speed limit by a little or a lot, you can hurt someone. Paid for by NHTSA. They're playing the Olympic tennis at Roland Garros, where there is a statue of Rafael Nadal. You get a statue when you win the French Open 14 times. Today, it's an Olympic second-round match between Nadal and Novak Djokovic, the 60th time they have faced off. That's more than any other tandem. 4 gold medals will go out in swimming today. The U.S. Sunday went 1-2 in the women's 100-meter butterfly. Tori Husk edged out Gretchen Walsh. Husk almost won a medal in this event in the previous game. She lost out on a bronze by 1/100th of a second. Husk won gold Saturday in the relay. This was her first individual gold. She brought Walsh to stand with her atop the podium. Men's swimming might just be dominated by France's own Leon Marchand. He won gold in the 400 IM. He might win 3 more golds. With this Summer Games update, I'm John Stafschauer, Westwood One Sports.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself, or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you.
Paid for by NHTSA.
DQ presents... Picture this. Picture the DQ $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Not just a cheeseburger, a bacon cheeseburger. Plus fries, drink, and a sundae. All full-sized, all for $7. Because everything's better with bacon. Everything's also better with a side of fries, a refreshing drink, and a sundae to finish. Yum. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Now for a limited time on the $7 meal deal lineup. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Something about Vida de Luis, the only tequila imported straight from Tequila, Mexico to Jacksonville Beach, Florida. That's right. It's a locally owned tequila company. And to toast good times now through July 31st, just visit VidaDeLuis.com. That's VidaDeLuie, VidaDeLuis.com, where you can purchase some really cool apparel, hats, and other tequila branded products. 50% off. Promo code 72424. That's 72424 if you think about it. 72424 is the promo code, and you get, bam, 50% off. And while you're at it, grab yourself some tequila, some Vida de Luis, shipped directly to your door, worth every penny, crafted with the purest volcanic spring water, giving it that unique, smooth finish we all love. Toast to the good times and great tequila, Vida de Luis.
you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
All right, guys, I want to talk to you about something important. It is time to take control of your health and feel better. You can do it with Integra Concierge Medicine and my doctor, Dr. Paul Bousset. I've learned concierge means personalized, and it means relief from simple allergies to chronic pain to sexual health. Integra Concierge Medicine.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
The humidity may be rising, but the prices are dropping at Beard's Diamonds.
It's Christmas in July. Everything store-wide is on sale up to an unbelievable 40% off.
Don't shop anywhere until you shop Beard's Diamonds.
At the St. John's Town Center.
Tired of dealing with clogged drains? What about bad smells coming from your pipes? You need to call Duck Duck Rooter, your plumbing pros in Northeast Florida. Duck Duck Rooter can help with any plumbing issue at your home or business. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Jacksonville is listening. 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Have you tried golfing at the improved Cimarron Golf Club? If you haven't, tell you what, you're missing out on the best deal in Jacksonville. Now, many of you have received a postcard in the mail, and of course, if you bring that with you, $45 plus tax to play. That includes a cart, lunch, and a beer at the brand new Stone Barrel Tap House. Now, go to the website, that is CimarronGolfClub.com, and sign up for the Wild One Loyalty Program. That's the Wild One Loyalty Program, and get all of these specials emailed to you from Cimarron.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com, WM.com, and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's The Mangler. Go Team WM, and as always, Duval!
What's changed totally inside and out? The Kuhn Flowers massive storefront, and yes, they've totally remodeled the showroom inside too. This is Frank Frangie, and the next time you drive by, stop and smell the roses at Kuhn Flowers.
Electricians, innovators, and tech enthusiasts, listen up. Miller Electric is shaping the future, and we want you to be a part of it. From healthcare and data centers, corporate offices, aviation, and industrial facilities, Miller Electric is powering the most exciting projects in Jacksonville and beyond. We offer not just a job, but a thrilling career with great pay and incredible benefits. Visit us at millercareers.com to apply. Miller Electric, where your skills meet our vision and equal opportunity employer.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. With the weather now hot as can be, look ahead and get that backyard ready for fall with a new open air or screened-in enclosure. Maximize the space you have and make it great with Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. They truly are the best in the business. So if you have the space and the idea, give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball presented by FIS is home this week at 121 Financial Ballpark. Bring your dog tomorrow for a Forever Vets Dog Day. Then it's Five-Star Good is Everywhere Wednesday featuring Dreams Come True. This weekend starts with Coors Light Thirsty Thursday and Fireworks Friday and Saturday. Baseball all week and weekend. Tickets start at just $5. JackShrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. Affordable. Family fun.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by Jack's Concrete Coatings.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1010XL.
All right, we got some sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, I'd like to hand out a prize pack. Gibby, what are we handing out today, sir?
Today, we are giving away a $25 gift card.
Boom.
To Flame Broiler. Simply healthy lunch for two.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so listen, a couple Olympic observations for you. Number one, Steve Kerr's a great coach, okay? And Windhorst is a top-of-the-line reporter, and he's interviewing Steve Kerr, right? And yesterday, the U.S. won with ease. KD had a great game. It was terrific. But Tatum doesn't play.
Yeah, that's inexcusable.
Now,
what matchup does he not deserve some time?
How do you not follow up? He goes, well, there's a lot of matchups, and what? He's all first-team NBA for 3 years in a row.
That's weak.
There ain't nobody on Serbia except maybe Jokic and he could cover him if he had to. There's no matchup. Put the guy that didn't play.
Here's the only thing that could have happened. I mean, he could have, and I'm not saying this is what happened. I don't think this is what happened. But maybe he broke a rule.
Yeah.
You know, maybe.
That's not what he said, though.
I know it's not.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe he's covering for him. He just threw some matchup. He'll play. I don't know how you can play 10 guys.
Jason Tatum didn't play.
10 guys and Jason Tatum.
Holiday
and White play.
Pross, here's the problem with that. That just, even though he won the world championship, it just continues to add to a little stuff about Jason Tatum. You know, like.
What did he do? I thought we were taking his side here.
I am.
Okay.
But it adds to his, like, if you're Jason Tatum, you should be bothered by this because I'm Jason Tatum, man. I just won a world championship.
Yeah.
I'm all NBA first team 3 years in a row.
Right.
I'm as good as anybody out there. And I'm not playing. I'm going home.
Yeah. I don't know if I go home, but yeah. I just wonder if something. It just didn't make any sense. And again, he doesn't seem like the player that would be in any kind of breach of rules. I just don't know why.
It's unimaginable. Told me it's matchups.
Yes.
We study the matchups.
They're all the same, by the way. He's the same as 5 other players on that team. What's the matchup difference for Durant and Tatum? There is none. LeBron and Tatum, any of them.
Yeah.
I thought it was strange.
Kerr loves LeBron, Curry, and KD. Those are the 3 guys.
I get it. And by the way,
there's nothing wrong with that.
While we're discrediting him for the matchup in this, they beat maybe the second best team in the field by 26.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's
I'm pretty
BS.
sure they would have done that either way.
Of course they would have. Jason Tatum's got it. It's rude.
Right.
It's just rude. He's too.
Rude.
I don't care if you.
I've accomplished too much.
Play
to be
12 minutes for whatever reason.
Right.
You don't sit me on the bench and make a story that I don't get to play.
No. Anyway, that's observation number 1. Observation number 2. I watched some of the gymnastics last night. Okay, the floor routine. And so, again, not an expert. Like, I didn't know that, to me, gymnastics used to be you got a 10, and that's a perfect score.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that way anymore.
It's not?
No.
I didn't know that. Is there like 3 different disciplines in
No,
one
it
thing?
might be a 15 now. I don't know what the number is. I don't know.
All right.
So I'm not an expert.
Yeah.
But the U.S. gymnastics
team. I missed the 10s. I'm going to miss that. Then.
Yeah.
Although, who am I kidding? I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I catch gymnastics by mistake.
U.S. gymnastics team doing the floor exercises, every one of them kept falling out of bounds. And
they still advanced.
They're number
1. I know.
So I guess the degree of so they must be so much better than everybody else. They're just going to
try
the
crazy
gold.
things.
They're taking the gold home.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's a good thing, I guess. And Simone Biles is back, which is neat. So anyway, so there's that.
Okay. My problem with the Olympics from an event standpoint is they're very monotonous.
Yeah.
Like once I see a girl do the floor, I don't need to see it. I mean, for 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's it. And you're watching the.
Well, then switch channels and go watch handball.
Well, you're watching the butterfly prelims, and you got to watch 300-yard butterflies in a row.
Yeah, we don't want to watch the prelims.
That's all.
Just show us the finals.
That's right.
We don't need the semis. We just want the finals.
I found myself watching the traditional sports. I watched more basketball and soccer, and I didn't watch a ton.
I didn't watch much. And then the other thing, and I'll just touch on it quickly, but
to touch on it quickly, it's
The opening ceremonies were a disgrace.
Yeah.
A disgrace. And offensive, and it bothered me, and it bothered other people, and it should, and it wasn't just one thing. It was one thing after another thing after. I got some guy
inappropriate and disrespectful, hanging out, dancing with kids.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
It's terrible.
It's disgusting.
So
and
anyway,
where we've gotten to as a world society that isn't
unacceptable.
Completely disrespectful, inappropriate, unacceptable.
Yeah.
And by the way, our opinions on this one aren't going to matter.
Yeah.
What you people did Friday night was an affront.
Yeah.
And you're going to pay for it, man.
Yeah.
One way or the other, here or somewhere else.
Yeah.
What you did, and I'm happy saying that.
And
not happy like it makes me happy. I'm sad for the world that that's not condemned universally. That's disgusting.
They call it theater.
No, it's not. It's not the place.
They put up an X rating.
No. Forget. This isn't even about kids. This is about. This is an effort. This is an effort and subversion. That show, if you are into it, should be at 1 o'clock at Club Carousel. Yeah. Should not be in the opening ceremony, just as any other adult-themed programming shouldn't be. Yeah. And if you don't think that's adult-themed programming, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
That's not appropriate for anyone with any sense or sensibilities. It was a mockery of one of the most important things in the history of man.
Yeah.
And y'all are good
And there
luck.
was more than that, too.
It's
it was
terrible.
A lot more. It was bad.
It's terrible.
It was embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
It was.
And again, if we want to celebrate that, celebrate it at a warehouse district club at 1 a.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah. So
Knock
anyway,
yourself out.
It started him off on a bad note for me. But I want to support our country, and I want our country to do well. All right. Other sports concepts and rationalizations from the weekend. Hey, nice win for Johnny Vegas. Can you two-putt from 96 feet, Jeff? To win a tournament?
That was a great putt.
Yeah.
That was a great putt. Don't ask me anything that has to do with me feeling confident about golf these days. I'll circle back to that answer when the doldrums blow through.
Okay. But that was the guy hadn't won in 7 years. I didn't know it was that long. So
I think he won like back-to-back Canadian and then went away.
He's won like 4 tournaments in his career.
Venezuelan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got one for the home, got one for the fam.
Yeah, they got some craziness going on down there right now, by the way. That's a different story.
Yeah. It's just in. Get south of that equator. Stuff goes different, man.
Some sort of election thing.
Well, you think?
Oof. Anyway.
And you know what they're saying in Venezuela today? You see what's going on in the U.S.? Some sort of election thing.
And then
careful.
So anyway, that was good to see.
Okay.
Kept
our head above water.
I hate you. You mushed the Braves. You mushed the Braves to me.
The Mets,
You mushed them even worse.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
We're going to lose them both.
Yeah.
We're done. I'm telling you, Hick, we're done.
Yeah.
We're not going to win either one.
That was efforted.
And then the Schnabberhead.
Schwellenbach. Schnabberhead?
Well, I don't know.
Schwellenbach. He's one of those. You asked me about our prospects. Well, there's one.
Of course, we pitched a great game.
We're going to lose our next best pitcher to Tommy John.
We just lost our best one to you guys.
What'd you get it for, like a game?
One game.
Oof.
We got one game from Kodai, and he's done for the year. So thanks, Kodai. Thanks for the memories.
The
memory.
I wouldn't mind, making a trade. Just give me something, Double A. Just throw something at me. Go get me something.
Well, we've made 3 trades, so I don't know if the Mets hadn't done anything.
I think you kind of mushed Stanek.
Yeah, Stanek.
You talking about Stanek first time in. He got just banged around.
Jesse Winker was a good pickup, I think. That'll help a little bit. He's having a good year. So
that's the kind of pickup that the Braves made in 21.
So anyway, I'm positive about that. But, listen, as I've said all along, and I've been correct about it, and it's been great. Good run. Got back into it.
Still into it.
I don't know how. Yeah, we're in it. I don't know how good we are. I don't think we're that good.
I
would not trade the farm to get guys.
Especially you.
Yeah.
I think the Braves can afford that a little bit more because they have so many superstars locked up for another 5 years.
Yeah.
So they can give up some farm. At the end of the year, at the end of the day, Sean Murphy is going to need to bounce back from this season and be an anchor for the next 4 or 5 years. And sometimes guys get hurt a couple years in a row and you forget about them and they can just come back and give you some sort of consistency. The other guys, you're going to have years where you don't have a career year, right? I mean, I'm okay with the majority of the lineup healthy and in place, but man, down 5-6,
My younger son went to the Astros-Dodgers game Saturday night and maybe saw one of the games of the year. First off, he got to see Shohei hit a home run that was monstrous.
Mm-hmm.
And the Dodgers are up 5-0. Astros came all the way back and won with a walk-off homer in the ninth.
That's exciting.
So that's a pretty
good game to go if you don't have a dog in the fight.
Yeah, so like 7-6, 6-5, whatever. So you got that. That was going on. Astros are back. They're playing good baseball. Sure. It'll be interesting to see what the Dodgers do with the trade deadline. Their names. There's been a lot of smaller trades. There have been trades. Jazz Chisholm, the big deal, goes to the Yankees. So we'll see how that works out. The Yankees did take 2 out of 3 from the Red Sox. So
there's not a lot out there.
No.
Like if you're trying to make a big move, you're going to have to find somebody who's not being mentioned.
And the Rays, you got to be careful with the Rays, man. It seems like they've traded all their guys, but yet they're getting their starting pitchers back. The Rays are weird. They're diabolical. In other
words, you're saying the guys they're sending in a year or two, you won't miss them?
I think the guys they're getting are
not this year per se, but
no, but they've got some. They got some, they traded away that guy Adam, a relief pitcher. Mm-hmm. They got a haul on that.
Yeah,
I mean they got a haul.
That's the Padres deal.
Padres are dumb. They trade all their prospects. I don't get them. They did it with Soto, and they kept him for a year. So, anyway, we'll see how it all pans out. But the trade deadline is coming, so that's what's going on in the world of baseball. All right, we got to take a break. 641-1010, that's the number to call. Gibby, tell them what they're going to win as we head to break.
They're going to win a $25 gift card to Flame Broiler, Simply Healthy Lunch for 2. We'll take caller number 2 right now, 641-1010. And a reminder, the 10-minute drill is brought to you each and every morning by Jack's Concrete Coating. Once again, it's $25 to Flame Broiler. We'll take caller number 2 right now, 641-1010.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jaguars look to be coming into the season with a chip on their shoulder, according to tight end Evan Ingram.
Obviously, we're turning the page, but we got work to do. We got something to prove. It's really to ourselves. We know how talented we are. We know the goals we want to achieve.
Offensive coordinator Press Taylor likes how Jag rookie receiver Brian Thomas Jr. is learning the offense.
He has retained a lot of the information that we taught through the summer, through the offseason, carried it over very well.
The Jags' new defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen is moving weak side linebacker Devin Lloyd to middle linebacker in his defensive scheme. It's a shift from his first 2 years in the league. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, I can hear from my friends at Lockhart Construction, a long-time Jacksonville business. Shane's dad started the company. He's still with them. Shane, his guys from here, taking care of people who live here, people like me. We've used Lockhart Construction numerous times. You've heard me talk about them. They're terrific. They're fast. They get the job done. Friendly. They're affordable. They're clean, which is important because they're in your house every day. You know, if you're doing some remodeling, like a new bathroom like we did, they've done outside of my son's house, did an unbelievable job. Best looking house on his block. Their family gives your family a better living experience. I say you unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. Any construction needs, construction ideas, or remodel, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. That's how he works. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction. Lock them down. 994-3865.
Hey there, Weekend Warriors. It's Matt Hayes. Sick of that slice? Tired of those 3 putts? What if I told you your handicap isn't about your swing, it's about your weight? Why not take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with the Waco 180? We're talking 10 strokes off by August, getting your tour card by September, winning your first major, year 1. Think about it. Fame, fortune, and most important, winning $5 off your buddy because you, sir, are closest to the pin. Taking strokes off your game is just about 40 pounds away at Awaken180weightloss.com. Awaken 180 does not guarantee an immediate 10 strokes off your score, receiving a tour card, or the ability to control the weather. Individual results may vary. Your newfound athleticism might cause jealousy among your foursome, leading to accusations of steroid use. Awaken is not responsible for defending your honor in the clubhouse. Awaken 180 cannot guarantee that your newfound golf prowess will lead to a sponsorship deal, but we can't not guarantee it either. Awaken 180 is not responsible for any dramatic fist pumps or unsolicited golf tips you give to strangers. Awaken 180 does not offer refunds for any lost wagers made on your improved golf game. Bet wisely, my friend. strokes off your game by dropping pounds off your frame. Awaken180weightloss.com.
This is the sound of real people across Florida betting on sports. It's the sound of winning your bet, only on Hard Rock Bet. And if your first bet doesn't win, you get up to $100 back to try again. Hard Rock Bet is Florida's only legal sports book. Your home for betting hoops for any sport you choose. Download Hard Rock Bet now and get 2 shots at your first bet. Win, or you'll get up to $100 back as a bonus bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to play. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay and Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey, Jacksonville Koozies, it's me, Soccer Sam, for Salvatore's Pizza. Rochester, New York's favorite pizza is now open in Jacksonville, Florida, Tapestry Park at the Loft Hotel Plaza. Daily $10 deals, dine in with beer and wine, and delivery at salvatores.com. The famous Formoso family brings Salvatore's Pizza, Rochester's favorite pizza, including our 32-piece sheet pizza for your next event. Do it with me, baby. Salvatores.com.
The best game day parking in all of Duval is at Tailgaters Parking. Are you ready for some football? Tailgaters is just steps away on the east side of the stadium. Visit tailgatorsparking.com and secure your season parking pass today.
It's the Sporting Jacks Soccer Hour. Join Cole Pepper, Mauricio Ruiz, and Becky Burley as they discuss the latest in the world of soccer, including Sporting Jacks bringing pro men's and women's soccer to Jacksonville. Mondays at 6 on 1010 a.m.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
The Reggie Hunt Memorial Golf Classic fundraiser golf tournament is Friday, October 25th at Amelia River Golf Club. All proceeds support Big Brothers Big Sisters. Register at the Big Brothers Big Sisters events page.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back.
Damage done, though, at that point.
Well, yeah.
For what we were talking about.
Oh, yeah. Jaguars back on the practice field this morning. Looking for a better offensive production. Tua got his deal. Jordan Love got his deal. You know, it's just the going rate for quarterbacks who you think you can win with. Tua Tagovailoa has great numbers, but you know what his record was against winning teams last year?
No.
1-6.
Yeah, I think I heard that.
It's not very good.
We taled about that, too.
Yeah. Is
On
that
the other side, there is a skill, there is a bonus, a value to beating the teams you're supposed to. But yeah, you're gonna have to step that up if you're gonna. At the end of the day, listen, no one wants to win a division. I mean, they want to win Super Bowls. I mean, you do want to win don't get me wrong, but every single team is trying to fine tune a roster that will win a Super Bowl.
That's correct.
Not lead the league in passing. Have more Pro Bowlers. That's not what they're trying to do.
Yeah. No, you go last year and you open up with wins on the road, 2 wins on the road, and then you hang 70 on Denver. You look like one of the better teams. You're 3-0. Okay. Then you go up to Buffalo for a showdown and you score 20 points and you lose 48-20.
Right.
So the Dolphins
did that a lot.
Yeah. Then you come back, you beat the Giants, you beat Carolina. You go play Philadelphia and you lose. Go back and hammer New England. Then you play the Chiefs and you lose. You know?
Yeah, they got to take that.
Beat Vegas, you beat the Jets, you beat Washington. Then you lose to Tennessee on a Monday night.
At home. That was a bad loss.
That was a bad loss, you know?
And should have given us a little more respect for the Titans in the finale. We didn't. We wrote that off as just crazy stuff happens.
And I can throw away the playoff game. I mean, look, they lost 26-7, but I mean, it was Tagovailoa's first playoff game. It's 3 degrees.
It was
frozen.
And it was on Peacock, so thankfully no one saw.
And it was on Peacock.
They had to stream it.
Yeah. So, I mean, but again, no high-powered offense. So, and by the way, part of the deal with Miami, who is terrific with Hill and Waddle and a throwing offense that is second to none, is there has to be an ability to win in cold weather situations in the postseason, most likely, right? Most likely you're going to have a game where you got to go win in the cold.
If you're the Dolphins,
yeah,
it's that time of year.
I mean, unless you get the 1 seed in your home field,
or you get a break, and somebody's got a dome somewhere,
or it's a balmy day,
right.
You never know. But yeah, but
I tell you what,
are,
Dolphins, we'll go ahead and grab that home field advantage. It won't be too bad here. You can get a game in the 50s here, probably. Which Jaguar reporter at training camp said this: 3 straight interceptions, 1 a clear overthrow, next going deep and covered well, then a miscommunication with the wideouts. Who said that? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That was the Buffalo reporter talking about Josh Allen and his training camp performance on Saturday. Now, to the point, yeah, sure, I'm making a comparison to the struggles. Yeah. Josh Allen's a lot more accomplished than Trevor Lawrence. And then you said something we were talking, it's not the interceptions per se. Mm-hmm. It's the inaccuracy.
That's what I saw. Yeah, that was what bothered me. It's just or a guy's not getting open, or Trevor sitting in the pocket with his feet chopping, looking, and nobody there, and at the last second taking a dump down or bubble screen. We got to move the ball down the field, man. We got a big-armed quarterback.
Probably a little
apparently we have speed. Probably
a little hard right now without knowing exactly what's being going on, where those where the reasons lie.
Evan Ingram had 114 catches last year, but I think everyone would agree it was a very
pedestrian. It was a route, check down. It's a check down.
I'll give up 30 catches for 5 more touchdowns. I'll give up 30 catches for 20-yard pass plays.
It was funny because both Devin Lloyd and Evan Ingram spoke this weekend, and I played from both those guys in the 6 o'clock hour, and I think they're very kind of low-key important pieces to this year's team. Ingram has to add that downfield, or he's just a guy, man. And it's a lot of catches to say a guy's just a guy.
Right.
But he had 114 catches. He didn't even have 1,000 yards. He averaged 8 yards a catch.
Right. I get it.
And the only other players in football who do stat lines like that are also tight ends, but Hawkinson and Kelsey and those guys average 2 more yards per catch.
Yeah.
So, and what we think are Evan Ingram's strengths are the matchup problems. He's got receiver skill at the tight end position. I don't understand why we don't see Evan Ingram 35 yards down the field in the seam like we do Kittle or Kelsey or Andrews or Hawkinson or, some of the other playmaking tight ends.
I want this written, okay? You told me what Jaguar reporter said this, Jeff. There's no hiding the rookie receiver whose ability was on full display this week. It doesn't take long to see and hear the difference from a sedan to a Porsche when the cars pass. Thomas is not a sedan. I mean, you saw him out there. A team source said when asked about his instant impact, we're very happy with him. There's no doubt he'll surpass 100 targets if healthy.
Yeah, no one said that about Brian Thomas.
No, they were saying that about Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, but in fairness now, he went 6.
That's the Giants.
Yeah. But, we couldn't get – it's not like you passed on Malik Neighbors to get Brian Thomas.
No, but that's what we wanted to be talking about.
I think a better example would be let's look at the receivers immediately and by the way, for today's talk cycle.
Correct.
Not for
it could all change tomorrow.
Of course. I'm not. I spend all year telling y'all I'm not going to go crazy by it. Now, I will say this. Mm-hmm. If I am going to make a conclusion from training camp, I think it's safer to wonder why a guy isn't standing out in those situations rather than go crazy because a guy is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm more concerned if, say, Brian Thomas Jr. is AWOL and invisible from a practice than I would be excited if he caught 2 long touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
You should thrive in these situations.
Yeah.
You're in shorts, and you can you should be thriving. You should catch everything.
Some of the people, and again, everybody gets so fired up about it, which I love. I love the passion. I'm cool with it. I'm just telling you what I saw again. But when you come back with me, you come back to me with saying, well, they're not even in pads. That makes it easier for the offense, Jeff. Quarterback knows he's not going to get hit. Just, I mean, come on. So let's just have a good day with the offense today, and everything will be better tomorrow. But I'm telling you, it was terrible. I mean, it was terrible.
I hear you.
How much of it with Ingram is that they can't block long enough for Trevor to get it down to him?
Well, that would go for the receiver. I mean, the thing with Ingram is, you talk about this 4.8 speed or whatever. He runs like a receiver.
Here's my response to that. And it's a good question, Gibby, but here's my response. We're NFL players. If we can't block long enough, if we are cutting out, then we're in trouble.
Right.
We're up one of my favorite TV shows. We're up the creek, bro.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Without a paddle.
That's a good point.
I mean,
if you can't block long enough to run your playbook, if your playbook is limited because you can't block, that's unacceptable.
What are we doing?
This, again, speaks to what I'm saying. The offensive talent has not gotten enough better. What's the word? Hasn't improved as much as it should from Trevor's first year to now. It's similar. Right. The O-line is no better. The running back room is no better. The receivers are slightly better. Slightly, but that's if you think Gabe Davis is better than Marvin Jones. I don't know if he is. In fact, Marvin Jones had a much better career than Gabe Davis. And so, no, I think they're very similar offensive personnel. Obviously, Ingram and all those catch a big upgrade from whoever was playing tight end 3 years ago. They've been so bad at that position, I don't even know. But the team has not gotten better enough personnel-wise. Now, look, see people say, Jeff, NFL teams don't get better. They get better quarterbacks. Well, I suggest they have. The Jags have played 30 seasons of football. They've had 10 winning seasons. The new quarterback has played 3 seasons of football. He's had 2 winning seasons. So I would suggest the old adage, NFL teams don't get better, they get better quarterbacks, is demonstrably in play. It's the rest of it that has to also get better along with it, and it hasn't to this point. Now, whether or not Trevor has something to do with that may be. Yeah. And I'm not going to deny anyone's angst over the way training camp has started. I'm not going to sell it as a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm just not investing any worry about it. I'll have too much to grind over when we get to what matters,
Well.
He's 65% passer. I don't think that suddenly he's inaccurate. I think he had an inaccurate day. And why that happened, I hope the coaches are getting to the bottom of.
I read an interesting article. I believe Demetrius Harvey wrote it in the pamphlet this weekend about Trevor and poised for stardom. And it was a good article because he really, to his credit, Demetrius's, not Trevor's, he dug deep into the numbers and gave us some numbers that, okay, that's impressive, that's impressive, that's impressive. And analytics in this day and age, you can make them work for you. But I thought he did a real nice job on breaking down a lot of the positives that we, as fans, sometimes overlook. And there are some good things. Listen, there's nobody that's not true. There's a couple things here with Trevor, and it's been said a million times, so I'll just say it 1,000,001 and be done with it. But there's nothing wrong with saying Trevor Lawrence needs to play better. He does need to play better. That's a fact. Everybody says that. Everybody knows that. It's also a fact that most people believe that you can win a Super Bowl with Trevor Lawrence, who won in high school, won in college. You forget that the guy, I think in high school, had like a 41 touchdown, 1 pick year. He won 2 state championships. He was 39-3 at Clemson. I mean, but then they start throwing that generational thing at us, and so we have not seen that. We've been through 3 years.
I will say this, how Trevor Lawrence has performed. Let's take our local play-by-play dissection out of it. He was the number 1 pick in the draft. He's been in the league 3 years, and there's not a voice anywhere that calls the guy a bust.
Right.
That matters. It's 3 years.
Yeah.
2 winning years, a playoff year, a division title. Got to get a lot better. But there's nothing that we've seen here in these 3 years that should make you less optimistic about the future of the team than before they drafted him.
What's making me I'm not less optimistic than before they drafted him, but I'm not optimistic that they can go where we want them to go this year in my view of watching them so far and in my evaluation, which I'm not an expert
but you've
of
been
the
to
roster.
a practice, which I have not, and that's fair. I'm just saying, even if I had, I might momentarily be nauseous about what I just saw and how ugly it was. I don't put not a feather of an ounce. That doesn't mean that I won't be by October 1st, but I don't see.
Yeah.
I can't. I got enough real wrong with my other sports. I got enough that's real that's deteriorating in front of me. So this is a fair point from the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures this morning. I'm not going to freak out on Brian Thomas Jr. because I remember when they said Jamar Chase couldn't catch a ball in training camp. Remember that?
Good.
They talked about it. Do you remember that story? They talked about his eyes. They wondered, he literally couldn't, like, at the beginning of Bengals training camp, his rookie year, it was like 3 or 4 drops of practice.
Good.
It was weird. So
I like that.
Look, Thomas is always going to draw a little bit because he's so subdued. Like, he's going to draw some reaction from fans, I think, if he's not performing because he's very quiet and subdued. He's not, would you say that?
Yeah, he doesn't say much.
Yeah, he's just kind of a quiet, subdued guy. He's not going to be real, like he's not a diva. Like, receivers today are big, look at me, diva guys. But, look, he's got to get better, for sure.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling. Football talk. We got Freddie T coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. A lot to do here on a Monday edition of The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
There's a new one-stop shop for all things Jags. Subscribe to the 1010XL Jaguars YouTube channel. One-on-one interviews with players, practice footage, podcasts, and more. If you're looking for the best Big Cat coverage around, look no further. 1010XL Jaguars on YouTube.
Certainly facing interesting economic times. I can't speak for everyone, but for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Guys I trust. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money because I don't know how to invest. Honestly, I don't. Right? I don't know the difference between 401ks and SEP RIAs, but I moved closer to retirement. My money grows because I found a group of people that know how to invest and know how to handle my money and give me the right advice. And that's Jeff Hartman and Chris Bryan. That's Dan Abel. That's Reagan Wright and Reed Wingate. And it's not just me. 3 generations of Hickens, friends, family, invest with our friends at ITP Partners, man. They listen to each of us and give us individualized strategies. Our goals become their priority. Get in the game. It's a great time to start. ITP Partners is always there to help. Chris at ITPPartners.com. Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 312-9751. 312-9751. ITP Partners, gang, are my financial partners for life.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, a paint color namer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Irving Stapler.
Hi, Howie.
So the next round is word association. I'll say a word and you give me the first word you think of. Engagement ring.
Jeweler.
Gas station.
Fueler?
Aaron Burr.
Dueler?
Air conditioning.
Wow. Jeez. It's a toughie.
Come on, Irv. The sponsor's going to kill me now.
Oh, Bueller.
That's right, Irv. If your AC is struggling through the summer heat, the first name you should think of for fast, friendly, 5-star service is Bueller Air and Plumbing. The name to know to make sure you are cool.
Have a beer, Irv.
Cooler.
Stay cooler with Bueller. Visit BuellerAir.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed.
and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hey, gang, mortgage rates are down. Yep, they've been dropping big time. It's a great time to call Loan Pronto. They got APRs in the 5s. Yep, in the 5s. So if you got stuck with a high rate last year and you want to refinance, great time to call, lower your payment. Or you can use this opportunity to get cash out of your home's equity, pay off those credit cards, personal loans, car loans, any other high-rate debt you're carrying around. Loan Pronto can help you use these low rates to get the cash you need in a matter of days. You can do a full refi. You can do an Equity Express line of credit. Homeowners who call Loan Pronto, typically, so on average, you're going to cut your monthly payments that you're currently involved with, $850 a month. Bottom line, your home value's way up. Mortgage rates have come down big time. Makes it a great time to act. So call today for a free 30-second rate quote. You may be able to skip your next 2 house payments when you call 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or you can go to loanpronto.com. Visit loanpronto.com. You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Wondering what you're going to do for dinner tonight? Southern Steer Butcher is a full-service butcher that offers take-and-bake side options that are oven-ready.
Now open in Ortega. For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
This is Chelsea with Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Here's what people are saying about working with us.
Installers were professional, courteous, and efficient.
Great customer service. On time, explained the process, and walked me through the installation. Amazing team.
Our experience with Renewal by Anderson was outstanding from the beginning to end.
Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613.
Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website customtreesurgeons.com. That's customtreesurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Brackish Vodka, the official vodka of UNF Athletics, 100% made in Jacksonville, is available at all local liquor stores. Visit Browdy's, Total Wine, ABC, Shores, Golden, Sahara's, Golden Ox, and more. Drink our gluten-free San Francisco Spirit award-winning vodka and see why it's the smoothest vodka you can buy. When you drink Brackish Vodka, you support all of our local employees, and all the money stays in Jacksonville. Drink Brackish Vodka and live life slightly salty. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
An ACL tear can be a devastating injury with prolonged pain and rehabilitation. Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari. I'm a sports medicine orthopedic surgeon who grew up right here in Jacksonville and then went on to train with the world-renowned Dr. James Andrews. At Bari Orthopedics, we use the most current techniques to get you back on the field with less pain and quicker rehabilitation. We treat all types of sports injuries with the newest techniques available. Please call us for consultation or visit BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Kuhn Flowers. FSU head coach Mike Norvell commented on his team's wide receivers after day 4 of fall camp.
They've been good. I mean, there's still some missed opportunities that we got to improve upon. I like the group. We got some really good young ones that will put themselves in position to potentially help us this year.
There's a new era in Florida high school sports. The Florida Department of Education voted to ratify the Florida High School Athletic Association rules for from June, paving the way for high school athletes in the state to profit from NIL agreements. Former Florida Gator Caleb Dressel won another gold medal on Saturday as the USA dominated the 4x100 meter freestyle relay. The U.S. finished at more than a full second ahead of second place Australia. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
76 degrees at 8:01. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I think it's just making sure there's no gray area on any levels and each call. You know, every call has so many intricate details, and making sure that there's no gray area and making sure we don't see it one way and safety see it another way. You know, everybody's on the same page, communications at a high level, and it's complex but simple. You know, it's relatively simple, and so, you know, it's easy for everybody to just be decisive.
That's Devin Lloyd, Jaguars linebacker, beefed up, playing more inside this year and more of a Jags going to be doing a lot of 4-2-5 on their defense, I guess, is kind of what the buzz is.
A little 4-2-5 on the Googans.
4-2-5, you know, 4 front, 2 backers, and 5 DBs. Yeah. So we'll see. But that's going to be one of their, you know, attack defenses, I guess. So we'll see. But, yeah, Lloyd is definitely – a lot of guys have put on some weight on the defensive side of the ball. I think Josh, Hines, Allen, and Trayvon are thicker, bigger guys, this, you know, for the rigors of putting their hand in the dirt and going from the
I like that
defensive end spot. So, you know,
DN doesn't have to be, you know, running 4 and 9s.
Yeah,
kid's a quarterback.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what you know, how it all plays out. They like Ryan Nielsen. The general consensus is he's teaching more out there, you know, with the team. So anyway, more hands-on stuff. They like their defensive staff, and we'll see going forward. Ryan Nielsen could be a shooting star in the NFL, and if he has a great year, he can parlay that, and that would be good things. He had a real interesting comment that I heard at his press conference, and we talked about it on the TV side of things last night. And he's dead right about this, and it's probably not talked about enough, and I would use it a lot if I was a coach in the NFL. Guys, this is what we got this year. And depending on how we play this year, things change. Coaches leave, you guys leave, but we got each other this year. So let's make it the best year we can. Let's celebrate this year. But it's really there's no long term in the NFL. I mean, it's a year-to-year business. So, you know, I mean, you can look up the numbers of how much roster changes year to year to year. So this is who we got this year. Let's all work together this year. Let's get to know each other this year. Let's have a hell of a ride this year.
It's kind of what they did in 22.
Yeah.
Those guys were all new. A lot of them were.
So anyway, I just thought, you know, but again, I would use that a lot, but I thought that made a lot of sense. I haven't heard coaches talk about that before.
I think because
even assistant coaches, they come and go, right?
For sure. Well, look at last year. The defense,
the whole defensive staff is gone,
and the defense outperformed the offense by stats. So that tells you how frivolous the whole thing is.
One thing we don't have are contract situations in camp right now, which is a good thing. Like the Niners, who now
I have a bunch of them.
You know, they got Trent Williams. He wants renegotiation. Brandon Ayuk, he's doing a hold in instead of a hold out, so he doesn't get fined. But there's that crap going on, and
those stories often feel like teams or players struggling in camp early. Mm-hmm. Like they're momentarily they can overpower you, but usually by the time the story of the season is written, they're forgotten.
Yeah. Unless you're in Dallas where you've got 3 guys that you got to pay. You can't pay all 3, and how you position it, and you didn't sign Dak, so now Dak's ready. You got CeeDee Lamb, and you should have signed him before JJ got his deal, but now you got to give him JJ-like money, and you're basically screwed with, you know, Lamb, Parsons, and Prescott. Lamb's not there. Prescott obviously is. He's gotten a ton of money, but he's going to get a ton more. He holds all the cards, so, you know.
Trevor's still holding as the top paid with Love and Tua in the books.
Is the top paid.
$55 million this year.
Yeah.
AAV. I think maybe one of those guys, they jump past him, you know, moving forward, but in 2024.
I think that just other couple camp musings, I think.
And by the way, those numbers are all, if you're making if one guy's making 53.5 and one's making 55, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, that's tip money, that level. Other camp, though, you were saying?
Well, I saw this, and again, this is a problem. Trey Lance has been terrible, and so, I mean, he's a bust.
Well, in other words, you can't have a succession plan from Prescott to Lance.
And you can't say, well,
they took a flyer and the flyer crashed.
Right. He's no good.
Yeah.
He's no good. That probably his not being any good is even more so of an indication why the Niners were able to get,
you know what? When you got good DNA and when you're a good team, you also seem to catch the breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be honest here.
Mm-hmm.
Had the 49ers traded up for anyone other than Trey Lance, they may not have drafted Brock Purdy with that Mr. Irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
If they draft, say, Mac Jones there, and he comes in for Garoppolo and he plays like he did in New England, you've got your young quarterback. You're not even thinking about it. And who knows? Or if it was Justin Fields or someone else that could have gone, that could have, obviously Trevor and Wilson off the board, but any of those guys after.
Most NFL seasons, I'm sorry, I was watching some Josh Hines Allen video and reminding me how good he was. And this year I'll scream even more so for him to get sacks. Last year I'd be like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so looking forward to watching him play.
If I ask you, do you think this is a pretty common, would this be pretty uniform? I won't subject it to a quickie poll, but if I ask you or anyone listening, power rank the AFC South, the consensus would be probably Houston 1, in fairness, or let's just Houston, Jacksonville 1, 2 in some order. Almost every ballot will have Houston, Jacksonville 1, 2.
Fine.
And then Indy will be 3 on almost every single ballot. And I think there's this lingering insinuation that Tennessee is behind Indy, Jacksonville, and Houston. Do you think that's the case?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you yourself, I know I do, perhaps mistakenly, feel like Tennessee's behind the other 3.
No, I do, yeah.
Just like I felt Jacksonville was behind the other 3 2 years ago, and I felt like Houston was behind the other 3 last year. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Now, let me remind you that Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins are in Houston, along with, Treylon Burks.
The key is the running back, right? That's the big identity change.
Well, Hopkins, Ridley, and Tyler Boyd are in Tennessee.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good group.
They're going to they've given Levis the weapons.
They have J.C. Latham.
By the way.
Gigantic dude. They got Skoronski, who was a first-round pick. They brought in Lloyd Cushenberry from Denver as a center. So they have players.
Those 3 receivers are better than ours.
Yeah.
So you know. I mean, and really, it's not even close. Those 3 receivers are significantly better than ours. The Titans have given Will Levis 3 much better receivers than the Jags have given Trevor Lawrence.
Well, we had one of them.
Well, and he was good.
They have Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears, different kind of running backs than the old guy.
That's kind of weak.
Mm-hmm. They still have Jeffrey Simmons. Harold Landry's had some big sack years. They drafted that gigantic dude from Texas, right? So... they've got players. Amani Hooker, L'Jarius Sneed they brought in from Kansas City.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're preaching to the choir, brother. I guess that's at least what I'm trying to.
I think you're more accurate in saying. I'll say this. I would bet you a dime bet that the AFC South will not end up as predicted. How about that? In other words, it will not be Houston, Jacksonville, Indy, Tennessee.
Yeah, I am not betting that in any way, shape, or form.
I don't know how it will be, but I would wager that it will not finish that way.
Last year, in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of the season, the Titans only went 2-4. The 2 wins came at Miami and at home over Jacksonville in a game the Jags had to have. And the losses included Indy by field goal in overtime.
Yes.
Houston by field goal in overtime.
Yes.
And the Seahawks by 3.
Yeah. And I think Vrabel's a good coach, too, by the way.
Vrabel's out.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think they made a mistake.
Oh, yeah,
doing
it.
Yeah. That will be an interesting thing to see. But I liked Vrabel. I thought
they beat Cincinnati earlier in the year. They beat the Chargers earlier in the year. They beat Atlanta over the course of the season. So their 6-11 is dotted with stuff, and they are like, see, that's a team where you look at how the season ended, and you look now, and I know they lost Derrick Henry, but they're improved because of all those other things you said. They brought in corners and linemen, good ones.
Yeah. You know,
with all due respect to Savage or Darby, man, that's not LeJerry Sneed.
One other note, if you like, and we'll talk about this more in Brunch with the Tour tomorrow, but there's no PGA Tour event this week because of the Olympics. But the Olympics it's like a, what do they call them? Signature event, or is it
for what?
Elevated event?
For golf?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're all playing.
Oh, yeah, it'll be fun. I found myself this Olympiad so far watching just the traditional sports. I've watched a lot of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched some soccer.
Mm-hmm.
I watched some tennis.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Djokovic and Nadal are going to meet.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's probably not going to end well for Nadal. Joker had a tough spot, dude. His first round opponent was like a guy that barely played tennis or something. I mean, he's just like not even competitive. Like to the point that we might want to think about what we're doing. Like Joker could have played him lefty and beat him, kind of deal.
Ooh. It's kind of like that one cat. See that one cat's dive?
No.
Oh Lordy,
did he mess up?
Oh,
belly flop.
It's bad.
Yeah. The belly flop, no good.
Yeah.
No
Let's take a break right now. We got Freddie T coming up.
Monday morning running back.
Yeah, that's coming up next. We'll catch up with him. We'll see if we should be pushing the panic button.
Well, I wonder, too, from Fred. Fred, did you ever lose confidence in one of your teammates based on what you saw in a practice?
Yeah.
That's a fair question. Or even more so in a training camp practice out of the gates.
This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Now, a 1010XL Summer Olympic Update brought to you by
USAPark.net Airport Parking.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games, sponsored by Gorilla Glue for the toughest jobs on planet Earth. Two of the all-time greats meeting in the Olympic tennis second round, where there would normally be a sparse crowd, but it is a packed house. It's the 60th career meeting. Novak Djokovic has won 30. Rafael Nadal has won 29. It's being played at Roland Garros, where Nadal has won 14 French Open titles. They are just underway playing the opening game. Carlos Alcaraz is also playing later today. Coco Gauff won her match today, 3-love, and the top seed Iga Świątek of Poland won 6-1, 6-1. This afternoon, Eastern Time, is the opener for the U.S. women's basketball team taking on Japan. The women's soccer team has been impressive under new coach Emma Hayes. 2 dominant wins. It was 4-1 yesterday over Germany as Sophia Smith scored twice. U.S. had a 1-2 finish in swimming. The women's 100-meter backstroke, Tori Husk by an eyelash over Gretchen Walsh, and 1-2 in fencing with Lee Kiefer taking gold. John Stashower, Western One Sports.
Broken bricks, falling fences, damaged doors, Gorilla Glue. Of course. It's incredibly strong and 100% waterproof and bonds, well, virtually everything. While you're at it, look for Gorilla Tape, a heavy-duty double-thick duct tape, and Gorilla Super Glue, great for all your quick fixes and repairs. There's also Gorilla Epoxy, Gorilla Wood Glue, Gorilla Construction Adhesive, of course. You get it. If you can break it, Gorilla can fix it. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house online and owning it, between imagining living there and breathing in your new home for the first time. Having an advocate who can help you navigate the complex world of financing, inspections, negotiating, analyzing the market, and talking through any anxieties that may pop up, that can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors and bound by a code of ethics, because that's who we are.
Hey, gang, when it comes to insurance, I think we all kind of think the same way, right? We sometimes add up all those monthly premiums that we're paying, and so if something happens to us and we need them, they need to be there, and that's exactly what the Kaproskis do. Craig and Chris Kaprosky have teamed up at Goosehead to take care of all of our insurance needs, and when I say take care of, I mean it. If something happens, you call them, they answer, and they take care of it immediately. If they happen to not answer, they call you right back. It's called customer service. Something that Kaproskis value and do not take lightly. How do I know this? Because I speak from experience. Myself, my family have used the Kaproskis for numerous things, whether it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business. The Kaproskis will always be there for you at your time of need. Get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com, or call 478-8422, 478-8422.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
It's time to fire up your grill, shoot off some fireworks, and launch one of the biggest sales in the history of the United States. It's our independent sale happening right now at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet. Whether you drive a car, a truck, or an EV, everyone is welcome to celebrate our independent sale with the lowest prices, largest inventory, and the most love for our country. Come celebrate with Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. You don't want to miss this.
Hey there, Weekend Warriors. It's Matt Hayes. Sick of that slice? Tired of those 3-putts? What if I told you your handicap isn't about your swing, it's about your weight? Why not take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with the Waco 180? We're talking 10 strokes off by August, getting your tour card by September, winning your first major. Year 1. Think about it. Fame, fortune, and most important, winning $5 off your buddy because you, sir, are closest to the pin. Taking strokes off your game is just about 40 pounds away at Awaken180weightloss.com. Awaken 180 does not guarantee an immediate 10 strokes off your score, receiving a tour card, or the ability to control the weather. Individual results may vary. Your newfound athleticism might cause jealousy among your foursome, leading to accusations of steroid use. Awaken is not responsible for defending your honor in the clubhouse. Awaken 180 cannot guarantee that your newfound golf prowess will lead to a sponsorship deal, but we can't not guarantee it either. Awaken 180 is not responsible for any dramatic fist pumps or unsolicited golf tips you give to strangers. Awaken 180 does not offer refunds for any lost wagers made on your improved golf game. Bet wisely, my friend. Strokes off your game by dropping pounds off your frame. Awaken180weightloss.com.
It's storm season, and JEA is committed to keeping you informed. In the event of a storm, we'll text and email you about the status of your services. We use Facebook and Twitter to post real-time updates. Our live outage map on JEA.com lets you track restoration progress. And as crews work to restore services, our storm outreach team will be in local neighborhoods to answer your questions. Because as your community utility, JEA is here to keep you safe and connected. Your community, your utility.
Don't ignore plumbing leaks. They can lead to mold and mildew or structural damage and drain your wallet. So when you have a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
We will be perfect.
Training camp.
You drop a pass, you run a mile.
Nobody covers camp like 1010XL. Get daily training camp coverage brought to you by Roland Reich Plumbing and Kingfish Pest Control.
Perfection
on 1010XL.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Looking to elevate your game night experience? Look no further than Best Bet. We're not just a card room, we're your destination for excitement, fun, and big wins. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, we have something for everyone. Join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine for thrilling tournaments, exciting promotions, and a vibrant atmosphere that will take your game night to the next level. Elevate your game night at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Summer is here, which means it's time for road trips and family vacations. Frank Frangie here. Before you hit the road, make sure your car can handle the heat with a visit to Big Chief Tire. Their expert technicians will ensure your vehicle can handle the summer heat, from tire checks to AC services. Avoid the stress of a breakdown and travel with confidence. Visit BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your summer checkup today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. Doug Peterson meeting the media right now. Still installing and developing, not worried about the offense. Okay, I'll worry. You take care of it. So, yeah, he's meeting with the media right now. we're 4 days in. Turnovers are going to happen.
Yeah.
Defense is ahead of the offense, and he's stuck in the middle. So
a couple of interesting names are cropping up from the Windy City when it comes to the Braves and their trade direction.
Okay.
And Louis Robert is one. Louis Robert is one that has been kind of linked to Atlanta all along, and he still has not been snatched up by anyone, and there are now rumors that they could be closer to the verge of maybe landing him. The trade deadline is tomorrow, I believe, 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
The White Sox are dreadful. I believe they're 27-82, maybe.
We'll check in on because the White Sox got an outside chance of taking the Mets record away.
They do.
The White Sox this year have had 2 14-game losing streaks.
27-81. They've lost 14 in a row. Oof, boy.
According to John Heyman.
250 winning percentage.
John Heyman for MLB.com.
Mm-hmm.
The White Sox and Braves have been engaged in trade discussions, although he's not even exactly positive which player or players the Braves are considering.
Mm-hmm.
Braves and White Sox have been in communication, uncertain what the focus is, but Louis Robert would certainly fit in Atlanta. But Crochet, Fetty went somewhere, didn't he?
Oh, Fetty's there. That's everybody wants. But here's the thing with Fetty. Fetty stinks, and he's having a good year.
Fetty's a starter, right?
Yeah. He's having a good year, but he stinks.
Yeah,
I mean, he was with the Nats. We used to pound the guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
me too.
Eric Fetty. I mean,
see, that's where I am.
But you got to give up a decent amount to get him.
I feel like the Braves have hit Stanek wherever he was in the past, too.
Yeah.
When just not to change subjects. Anyway, so we'll see. Look. If indeed Ronaldo Lopez has got a serious forearm injury, and this is like impossible. I mean, I don't even know who the pitchers are, bro. If Lopez joins Fried with Strider already out,
mm-hmm.
you're left with Morton,
mm-hmm.
Schwellenbach,
mm-hmm. and pray for rain,
and Johnny Holstaff. The Braves are going to have to play a month of baseball like it's the NCAA sub-regionals.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Well, I mean,
we're going to have to institute like whatever reliever starts thing, and you're going to listen. And don't get me wrong, they have high and at times performing young guys, in AAA, but they're going, this is not the situation. Those kind of guys usually take their beating for a bad team, and then they get good. See Glavine and Avery and Smoltz early with Atlanta. You don't have to count on them to keep you alive, so we'll see. I don't know. Fried had long toss yesterday. Maybe he's better. Or efforting Fred Taylor, by the way, if you're tuning in for the Monday morning running back, we're trying to corral him. It's a busy time for Fred this time.
My own personal quick comment about my team is I am so over Tyler McGill, and I appreciate him. It's 4 years of the same thing with this guy over and over again, and then and they're going to keep. I don't understand why they just don't put him in the bullpen.
Lefty starter for the
righty starter.
Righty starter.
Just put him in the bullpen. Let him throw a couple innings at times. He's not a starting pitcher. It's 4 years. How many times? And they say, well, he did okay. He didn't do okay. And he said, I did okay. You didn't do okay. You gave up 3 home runs and 4 runs in 5 innings. That's not okay. 4 runs in 5 innings is about a 7 ERA, boys.
Yeah, that's
not okay
anymore. By the way, that's kind of a train that Morton can get on.
I'm just over it.
I think I told you that last time. We were talking about Charlie Morton when Murph was there. I said, well, here's the problem with Morton. He'll go 5 innings, give up 6 runs, and then against the Mets, what do you do? The 3 big homers, he gave up exactly what I said.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the one they're left with. He was like last in line of the way these guys. Oh, we got Sale, too. I left Sale out. Yeah. Sale and
best
Morton.
One right
yeah,
now.
Sale, Morton, Schwellenbach, who pitched great against you guys, but, by far the best he's ever pitched.
Peterson says Brian Thomas is right where he needs to be. Says he's taking coaching really well. All right.
It's early. Yeah, right. That's fair.
Okay. Hope you're right.
Well, now, and because along those same lines, the word on Thomas had been through all the OTAs and the on-field stuff. He'd been very good up until training camp. So we'll see. They made a point. They've run an awful lot of red zone, which is not really going to be, I think, Thomas's forte and target area, right?
Mm-hmm.
But still, you want your guy. You want to read rave reviews.
Right.
Right? Yeah, that's fair. And I don't think it's so much neighbors, but you said that they like A.D. Mitchell in Indy. I think anybody who fell within 15, 20 picks within a round of Brian Thomas Jr., that's the business, that's the league, that's fandom, is going to be a fair comparison here coming out of the gates and for the next few years.
100%.
Just like when you drafted, Caleb and Chason before Justin Jefferson. You deserve to be lampooned and called out for the critical setback you gave the franchise by not being able to spot that. You went to Baton Rouge, you went to Louisiana, you went to LSU.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the players, you saw everyone up close, and you left thinking Caleb Chason was going to be a better NFL player than Justin Jefferson. That's scary.
Oof.
Yeah, that's scary because that's what you're good at is, deciphering players and picking them. Same campus, bro.
I saw this stat, speaking of quarterbacks. Highest rate of incompletions due to inaccurate passes from last year. And
I think we've at least seen this. I think Trevor's high on this list.
He is high.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson is the highest, 43.9. Tyrod Taylor, Trevor Siemian, Bryce Young, Lamar Jackson, Jordan Love, and then Trevor.
Yeah.
So really it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth of the starting quarterbacks. I discount Tyrod Taylor.
Some of those are more
Trevor
concerning
Siemian.
than other. Like the Ravens and Packers, I know, each have good offensive lines.
Mm-hmm.
That would concern me more.
Now, C.J. Stroud's right behind him, by the way.
But the Jags do. I mean, let's don't undersell this. I don't know what Trevor can be until, we talked about earlier. I can't take pages out of the playbook. I can't let plays not run to their completion because the O-line can't give just a normal allotted amount of time.
Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins,
behind?
The best.
They're the best.
Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, the best. Dak Prescott. Then you get in the middle.
I mean, really, you're giving it's Mahomes, and then nothing. It's just a confirmation of it all.
Well, Mahomes is good at everything.
What's Allen? I mean, it doesn't sound. And what's the difference too? What percentage is Trevor?
Mahomes
Lawrence?
is 24.5.
What's
Trevor is 24.5. Trevor is 36.1. Okay, it's notable.
Sure. 12 of every 100 passes.
Yeah. Cousins is 23.2. Herbert is 26.4. I think if you're in the 20s, you're in pretty good shape.
Now we're getting to points that there's just not enough difference to notice.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what.
And there's layers to all these stats because there's a stat that goes along with the percentage of your passes that were incomplete because of inaccurate. There's another stat, percentage of passes that a receiver catches even though they're inaccurate.
Gibby, ring me up a pop quiz, please.
He's got like a gleam in his eye. He did the old, rub your hands together.
I like this one. It's
like
good timing. I like where I'm at
trying to start a fire or something.
I like this one. This is all sports. Well, football, basketball, baseball.
Okay.
Football, basketball, baseball. I'll leave hockey out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for teams, franchises with 0 playoff wins since 2010. 0 playoff victories since 2010. There are 5 of them, Jeff Prosser. 5 of them. I need 0 playoff wins since 2010.
In the 4 major sports.
In 3 major sports.
Baseball, basketball, football?
Correct. No hockey.
As they say in hockey, let's do that hockey. Well, I know that I know the Dolphins because they've got the longest drought.
Dolphins are correct. That is one of the 5.
I feel, and so can I? Is it? I guess it is. I can't ask how many from each sport, that kind of thing.
0 playoff wins since 2010. The Miami Dolphins won.
I'm almost positive. I hesitate to say it immediately. Almost positive the Raiders fall into that
Raiders
category.
are correct. That's 2 of the 5 teams.
And then what
2 of the 5. Raiders, Dolphins, 2 proud franchises. 14 years without a playoff victory. Oof.
Okay. Let me just look at a couple of teams. All right. Let's pull this. All right. Those. Jets are right there. When was Sanchez there? I mean, have the Jets won a playoff? When was the Sanchez and the butt fumble? Was that back in the O's, right? That was probably since before 2010, isn't it? Have the Jets beat this might be a mistake. I'm going to go Jets. I don't think the Jets have. No.
A game ends.
Damn it. I take it back then.
There is another NFL team.
Okay, let me find it. I'll give you the other. When was the Jets' last playoff win? I guess Sanchez was like 11 or something.
Must have been.
Yeah.
I don't have that in front of me.
Yeah, okay. All right. What about the okay.
One more NFL team.
Yeah, no, I'm looking for the other NFL team. It's not them. It's not them.
I would tell you that there will probably be 1 basketball and 1 baseball. Raiders, Dolphins.
Could it be Washington? Maybe?
Washington is
okay. All right,
correct.
Washington. So that leaves me one NBA.
One NBA. One
NBA team has not won a playoff game. All right, since when? Before 2010?
2010. One NBA team, one baseball team.
I'm going to say the Pistons.
Pistons are correct. Have not won a playoff game since 2010.
2010. So that's 15 years. And I'm going to go in baseball. I can't remember when certain things are, but I feel like it might be the Rockies, maybe.
Well, it's a good guess. That's incorrect.
Okay,
I'll give you one.
I had one more here. I was going to say, they've gotten out of my field of vision. Hold on, I had them.
Double vision.
No, it was Pirates. I was thinking
Pirates is also incorrect.
Okay.
You have one, Gibby.
Mariners.
Mariners incorrect.
Okay.
The A's.
No,
incorrect.
Yeah, they had a series. Dang, man. All right, that's a good one, man. All right. The Orioles, maybe?
Incorrect.
No.
They won one last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, did they?
Or did they get swept?
Yeah, I thought they got swept.
They might have got swept.
White Sox?
Incorrect.
I'm just throwing teams.
Angels.
Oh, yeah. Kiss an Angel, good morning.
Kiss an Angel, good morning. This is the drill.
That's terrible. They had Pujols and Trout for a bunch of that.
Poor Mike Trout.
Oh, the Monday morning quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
As the Jaguars prepare for the upcoming season, tight end Evan Ingram says this year's team is different.
There's a lot different for sure. I think it starts with the players, starts with the leaders in the locker room. I think we're just moving different, and I think there's just a lot more sense of urgency.
Jag offensive coordinator Press Taylor likes the approach he sees thus far from the offense.
Overall, as a unit, you see it feels very intense. I think guys understand very clearly what we're trying to communicate, what we're trying to get done.
An ankle injury kept Jaguar cornerback Tyson Campbell out of Jacksonville's training camp drills for a second consecutive day. On Saturday, his right ankle was taped up. And that's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Hicken here for my friends at Rhino Shield. Man, we're in the middle of hurricane season, and what a great time to use Rhino Shield. Why? Well, those home exterior coatings that Rhino Shield will put on your house and make look so beautiful withstand 96-mile-an-hour wind-driven rains. That keeps your home safe and dry. Rhino Shield also has an advanced ceramic technology to keep your home cooler and reduce your energy bills. That'll work. And by the way, one more thing. This summer, take advantage. 30% off, 0% interest financing, plus a 25-year transferable warranty. That is what I'm talking about. Call Rhino Shield today. That's what you got to do. Why? You want to get that free estimate. 904-414-4868. That's 414-4868. Or simply go to and sign up for RhinoShieldJax.com for your free estimate. That's RhinoShieldJax.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
The 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris feature incredible athletes, and it's the third time the Olympics will be held in Paris. If you're planning to attend, USAPark.net Airport Parking salutes your support of our American athletes. So no matter where you're going, whether you're traveling to the Olympics to support our athletes or just visiting Grandma, remember to park at USAPark.net.
Mortgage rates are down. Yep, they've been dropping big time. So it's a great time to call Loan Pronto. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's got APRs in the 5. So if you got stuck with a high rate last year and you want to refinance, this is a great time to call and lower your payment. Or it can use this opportunity to get cash out of your home's equity and pay off those credit cards, personal loans, car loans, other high rate debt. Loan Pronto can help you use these lower rates to get the cash you need in a matter of days. You can do a full refi, or you can do an Equity Express line of credit. Homeowners who call Loan Pronto typically cut their monthly payments by $850. Bottom line, your home value's way up, mortgage rates have come down, making this a great time to act. So call today for a free 30-second rate quote. You may be able to skip your next 2 house payments by calling 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval, MLS, consumeraccess.org.
For a chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to the Coke Zero Sugar 400 August 24th at Daytona, answer this question. Who was on the pole position for last year's Coke Zero Sugar 400? Text the driver's last name to 641-1010.
Fish are good at hiding. Captain Kevin can help you find them.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Find more fish on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show.
Thursday nights at 6.
Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss on 1010XL AM.
Lauren Brooks here from Mayport CNC Fisheries. At my house, we had a feast from Mayport CNC Fisheries with the freshest shrimp around, and it was unbelievable. They also have oysters, scallops, mahi, and so much more. Want to eat like a local? Head to the beach and visit my friends at Mayport CNC Fisheries.
Jags fans, the Jaguars are back at the Miller Electric Center for training camp.
Presented by Dreamfinder. Dreamfinder.
You won't want to miss out. Stop by to get the first look at Trevor Lawrence and the team as they prepare for the 2024 season. To check out camp dates and secure your tickets, go to jaguars.com/training camp. Daily availability is limited, so lock in your tickets today.
How good is that?
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Your cooling system isn't working. Maybe somebody showed up with a portable electronic device. Then they discussed with you what your options are. Maybe they gave you an estimate that seems like an awful lot of money. What's the smart thing to do? When the situation merits a second opinion, get a Mike Merritt opinion. Yes, the Mike Merritt Comfort Team shows up with hand tools. We've never been able to fix an air conditioning problem with a tablet. Mike Merritt has been the trusted name for more than 30 years because there's never any hocus pocus. The Merritt team will walk you through the diagnostic steps up close and personal and show you exactly what you need. And the Mike Merritt price is likely to be far less because there's never an overtime charge, and the Merritt team doesn't work on commission. So remember, when it comes to the health of your cooling system, a second opinion can only help, and a Mike Merritt opinion can save you money. Florida license CACO 50384.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We're only 4 days in, right? 4 days in. So still installing, still learning, still teaching, progressing okay. It's obviously we're not a finished product, and we just continue to learn and grow and work in different combinations up front in the O-line, work in different combinations at receivers and running backs. We're still in this developmental phase.
Yeah, okay, I don't buy it, but that's fine. I guess that's what you have to say. I promise you, when them fellas went back in the offices of the Miller Electric Center on Friday, they looked around and said, what the hell was that? What are we installing and develop? What combinations are we working on the O-line? We're not even in pads. Come on, man. It's still installing. I mean, we've installed isn't that what the OTAs we should hit the ground floor running here, baby.
You would think. It's a lot of carryover, too. It's not like you got to, especially on offense.
Again.
The struggles would be more understandable if there were breakdowns in coverage. Oh, the Jags had 3 more breakdowns in coverage today. They're all new. Again. The players are new. The scheme is new. This offense has been, you know what it all comes down to?
Yeah.
This is the answer to everything we've seen.
Yeah.
Who's calling these training camp plays?
Stop.
Is it Press or is it Doug? Because if the other did, we wouldn't see these struggles.
Stop. Listen. If y'all just want us to sit here and say, hey, everything's hunky-dory, baby, we're going to the Super Bowl. I mean, we can, but it's not true. It's not genuine. It's not who we are. I mean, it was awful on Saturday, and when the coach comes out and says, I'm still installing, come on, man. What combinations are we working on the O-line? I mean, I know you're putting in – I know guys are getting reps.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're not leaving the ones out there the whole time. They run 5-6 plays, but then maybe those plays should be crisper. We only got 5 plays, guys. Let's take advantage.
Seems to be some hope on the text line that maybe we just have a top 5 defense. Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, we're the Bears defense.
Right, I can't go that far that quickly.
We got.
I'm not as. I have. Look. In fairness, too, I wasn't there to see it with my own eyes.
Well, you can trust me. I know what I'm talking about.
I can trust you on what you saw, but it doesn't necessarily. It may not mean the same for both of us.
Our Dream Finders Homes poll question of the weekend was: after a poor performance Saturday by the Jags, what are we thinking? And 5.1 think we got the 85 Bears defense. 50.3 say relax. RELAX. Yeah. And that's fine. Offense's average time to step up, TL16, did get 31%. So 3 out of 10 want Trevor to play better, and that's okay. I get it. It's only practice.
Throw me in that percentage, too.
Yeah. I said, would it be great, and it'd be great if we won, but, wouldn't it be good for week 1 that Miami's going to score points on us? I mean, I know the defense is good. I'm not expecting a 10-sack game like we had in Houston way back when in 17, okay? For the opener. But wouldn't you feel better if Trev goes out and throws and gets in a shootout with Tua, throws for 450, Tua throws for 420, Jags win 41-38, something like that?
I am to the point at this lingering stage of Jags fandom, just give me a win either way, but to your point, I don't know, dude. Because here's why. Because their offense is really good. Like, they're going to do that to other teams. The Dolphins, I mean.
Oh, heck yeah.
So, yeah, to be able to outscore that, I would also, as you would, I'd take a 9-7 win, too. And your defense is somehow unbelievable.
That's fair.
Way more unbelievable than you thought. Man, it's just a shame, man, if we just, what happened from Cincinnati. I mean, the Trevor Lawrence injury in the Cincinnati game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is just so, leading up to that game, Hick.
Mm-hmm.
Leading up to that game, after a relatively slow start, I guess, he was good against Indy. But, in the win against Atlanta, he had a passer rating of 105.8, 1 touchdown, no picks. Then the win against Buffalo, he had a passer rating of 102.9, 1 touchdown, no picks. Then the win at home against Indianapolis, 91 rating, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. At New Orleans, road win, 100 rating, 1 touchdown, no picks. The one at Pittsburgh with a passer rating of 100 that day. The San Francisco, they were all terrible. They beat Tennessee at home, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 119 passer rating. Went to Houston, won that game, 364 yards passing. And then at Cincinnati, he's 22 of 29, 258, 2 touchdowns, no picks, and a 125 rating when he got hurt and went down.
Mm-hmm.
God, that just derailed the entire season. Which one? Whose fault was this one? That's the Walker Little. Who? I can't keep up with whose fault it was that the dude got hurt when he was getting hurt. Trevor, right? There's 2 or 3 plays like that. We put one on Parker Washington, remember?
Yeah.
We put one on when he rolled out to the left, but then Walker Little. Walker Little, I believe, may have been in. I can't keep up with whose breakdown cost us the quarterback. But just to cleanse the palate a little bit from this rocky start, to say the least, into training camp, we got to get back to what's bottled up from. Man, if you go from the end of 2022, Hick.
Yeah.
And you forget because of how terrible everything ended. The first half of 2023 here is tracking for Trevor. They are 8-3.
Mm-hmm.
And in 11 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he's got 6 passer ratings of over 100. He's got 2 more over 90.
Right.
And he's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 touchdowns, 5 picks.
Well, back to Trevor for a second. I told you Demetrius Harvey wrote an interesting article. Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence's ascension into greatness shouldn't shock anyone. And that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping for an ascending into greatness. Just a reminder, he threw for 14,000 yards, 161 touchdowns, 21 picks, including a 41-1 touchdown to interception ratio during his senior year, 41 straight wins at Cartersville High School, 2 state championships, 4 region titles. At Clemson, his success continued, 39-3, and won a natty. First overall pick in 2021, given the label generational quarterback. Then Lawrence entered the NFL. We know what happened his rookie year with the Herbs. Completed 60% of his passes, 12 touchdowns, 17 picks. Got some experience. Then Doug Peterson came. Second year was really a wonderful season. One of the greatest second half maybe in the history of Jags football, with the exception of 96, I would say. I mean, just tremendous. The comebacks, the excitement was so good. As Lawrence goes, so go the Jags. This again from Demetrius's article. Over the last 2 years, when Lawrence's passing success rate is at 40% or lower, the Jags are 1-8. If it's 55% or higher, the team is 7-0 with a 110-point differential. So, simple stat perspective, Lawrence's improvement can be seen clearly from 21 to 23, 39.1 in his rookie season, 56.1 during his second and third years. So, and then he really digs into a lot of things like expected points added per play.
Yeah, the analytic stats.
Yeah,
Does
really.
he fare well or
He
poorly
fares
in those?
well.
Yeah.
He fares well in those. So, again, pass catchers didn't do him a lot of favors last year. Zay was out pretty much, played in 9 games, 34 catches. Kirk went out for the final 5. Ridley tied for third in the league in drop percentage. So,
and his injury, his slowing him up, and what it led to, that also mattered.
No quarterback in Jags history has produced 46, 22, 65.9%, and 8,129 yards over a 2-year period, which is what Trevor has done.
See, that all like way supersedes, an ugly start.
His completion percentage is the best in Jags history, and yet we want more.
Of course we do.
And we do.
And I think we'll get more.
Yeah.
I do. And I don't think this awful garbage-looking hot mess of a start that makes you, who've watched 30 years of training camp, say it's as bad as any single offensive day you've ever seen.
Terrible.
Just got to hope all this other things that we're pointing out, trumps that.
Ninth. Yeah.
I do think there's some of this going on. I think the defense knows what the offense is running. I do believe that. I think they're – in fact, did Press Taylor not even – he may have even said that at the end of last week. In that long list of press conferences. And that doesn't explain everything, but it does, make it a little bit tougher. Yeah. Those guys are.
Gibby, were you going to say something?
Well, I was just going to say, Jeff, the play you were thinking of earlier with Trevor, it was when Walker Little got blocked into Trevor.
Yeah, there you go. Got blown up.
He got blocked into him and rolled up on his ankle.
That's right.
That was what you were thinking of.
Lawrence ranked 9th in intended air yards per passing attempt, 11th in completed air yards per passing attempt. One of the better downfield passers in the league without having much time to throw. In terms of efficiency and among players that have started 15 or more games, Lawrence is 16th in average net yards per passing attempt, just ahead of Joe Burrow. So, again, there's a lot of good things that you can extrapolate if you really dig into the analytics. And that's one of the reasons I believe why the Jags gave, look, you see what you see. Can we win a Super Bowl? Simple thing is, can we win a Super Bowl with this guy? We think we can. Well, the going rate's $50 million. Okay, let's get it done now. And that's what they did. So, and now he's got to play better. Number 1, take care of the football, specifically with the fumbles. Number 1. Number 2, you decide. Whatever it is you want him to improve on. I'd like to see more touchdown passes. I'd like to see better red zone production. I'll go there. That's what I'd like to see.
Look, I think that all comes to all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for 30 and low, 30 plus. That's that. I'm ready for 30 plus.
Yeah.
I'm not. Look, he was 65% passer last year. He's gone up every year. I don't think suddenly he's 55% passer. I'm not worried about it over the totality of this season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried more about what's, putting the rest of the team together. Lickety split. Why does Joe Burrow come and then within a few years he's got T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, and Trevor Lawrence comes and within a few years he's got Gabe Davis and Brian Thomas Jr. That's not fighting with the same arsenal, man. It's not giving your team the best chance, your quarterback, your offense, however you want to phrase it. You know, at the end of the day, Christian Kirk is a good receiver. He's not a number one, and we're trotting him out 3 years in a row as our guy's number one. Does it mean if they had a number one that suddenly we'd be talking about him like he's Joe Burrow? Or I don't know that. Yeah. But I do know this. The Jaguars receiving core as a whole, and that includes Ridley last year because of the whole coming off of 20 months off thing. If it's Calvin Ridley in the prime of his career, then yeah, you'd have to give credit for that being a major upgrade. As it were, it was an upgrade, but still not talking about, consistent. And by the way, that's now gone. Let's just scrub it. Now let me try and get something going with this guy.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll keep it going. It's 8:51, heading to the 9 o'clock Nasty and more right here on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Want more Jags? Subscribe to the 1010XL Jaguars YouTube channel. Looking for more in-depth coverage of the Gators? Subscribe to the 1010XL Gators YouTube channel. Need your FSU fix? Well, subscribe to the 1010XL Seminoles YouTube channel. Your favorite team. One specific location.
Hey, man, I don't care how good the car is. I don't care how good the engine is. If it doesn't have the fuel, it's not going to run to perfect, ultimate performance. And you can get that in your body as well with bioidentical hormone treatment with Doc Paul Busset over at Integra Concierge Medicine. Bioidentical testosterone. You need to replenish some of your levels, gang. And it will lead to so many things that may be bothering me. For me, it's energy. Gosh, working this schedule year after year after year. Been hitting a wall in the middle of the day. I'm going to give it a try. Man, through the expert, just the guiding that I've gotten from Doc, set up your first consult. It'll be free, and you can find out all of the potential solutions that are there for you for whatever it is you want to see better performance in. 619-3609, that's the phone number to Integra Concierge Medicine, 619-3609. From looking better to feeling better to a doctor on demand, it's IntegraConciergeMedicine.com.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at George Moore Chevrolet. I couldn't be any happier to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, that's how you'll be treated when you visit that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out what I'm talking about. Just go on over there. No pressure. Just friendly help. And you know me, I got my beautiful blue Silverado, which I love. But if you want a car or SUV, electric, pre-owned, or a truck, George Moore Chevrolet's got it. And you know what? If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, don't worry about it. Go to morechevy.com and do your shopping there. That's more with an E, and it's easy to navigate. All the vehicles, sales, service, parts, never been more easy to use. It's George Moore Chevrolet, and together, let's drive.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. You've heard me talk about the Rolex my grandfather gave me for graduating from college, but there's something else you need to know about Rolex watches from an official Rolex jeweler for over 60 years. If you own a Rolex, probably today more than ever before, if you need that Rolex serviced, you should only visit an official Rolex jeweler. In North Florida, there are 4, with Underwood's 3 stores, and Mayors has 1. Anybody else claiming to work on Rolex has no direct access to parts, and the use of non-authentic Rolex parts jeopardizes your Rolex from both an authenticity and a value standpoint. At Underwood's, we have state-of-the-art Rolex repair shops, both designed and outfitted by Rolex and staffed by Rolex watch technicians trained by Rolex. And best of all, our shop is on premise, so your Rolex will never leave Jacksonville, and our Rolex repairs carry a 2-year warranty. At Underwoods in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. I love watching the United States men's basketball team in the Olympics, but I got a bad feeling about this one. They've just struggled too much in the pre-Olympic games. Look, you've got the 2 most recognizable basketball players since the Jordan era, LeBron James and Steph Curry. That means there's all kind of pressure on Steve Kerr. I hope they win. I just don't have a great feeling about it. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealers. Frank Frangie here. Ready to experience used-phoria? You can with Car Bravo at Nimnick Buick GMC, Jacksonville's only Car Bravo certified dealer. Buying a certified used vehicle has never felt better. With Car Bravo, Nimnick Buick GMC can certify all makes and models: Honda, Toyota, Kia, Mazda, Ford. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be named the #1 Car Bravo dealer in the Southeast region and top 10 in the country. So shop online at Nimnick Buick GMC. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
1010XL Weekly is out now. Mia here, and text the word weekly to subscribe to our new 1010XL newsletter and for a chance to win Jaguars and concert tickets. Get an inside look at local sports, trending players, station info, and chances to win prizes all year long.
Yo, E to the T here, and we've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino? Canceled because real life came calling. MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action. All from the comfort of the crib, my boy. I love the live casino. Just go to MyBookie and click Live Casino at the top. You'll find the dealers ready to spin just like you're at the casino. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience with the actions in your hands, and you don't even need to wear pants, my guy. Start at MyBookie today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code 1010XL and a revamped loyalty program that'll ensure the host an exclusive VIP perk. So sign up and hit the casino with promo code 1010XL. The more you play, the more you win. Only with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Knowles head coach Mike Norville has benefited from a successful recruiting class and appreciate the explosiveness on his team.
I like the back and forth. We've been good over the last few years of being explosive on both sides of the ball, and obviously it's going to do nothing but make us better.
The Miami Dolphins settled their quarterback issue over the weekend when Tua Tagovailoa signed a 4-year extension on Sunday. With the deal signed, Tua is looking for what's next.
Get deep into the playoffs. Win the games that matter.
The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp got a 2-run home run with 2 outs in the 9th inning, but the late rally fell short as the team lost to the Norfolk Tide on Sunday afternoon. Following an off day today, Jacksonville returns home to begin a 6-game series against the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. And that's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
81 degrees at 9 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I mean, look, we're 4 days in, and they're going to happen. Typically at this time, you would say defense is probably ahead of the offense. I mean, it's always been that way, and any turnovers can be, cause for concern, but we continue to coach and teach. But on the other side of it, that's what you want your defense to do. So I'm kind of stuck in the middle.
Clowns
I might be the clown or the Joker. I don't know.
Yeah, well, lots of all this time of year. Again, I don't imagine this will be too memorable a Monday in context when we look back in the middle of September and balls are flying and results are real.
If it is, you heard it here first.
Yeah, sure. Claim it. Yeah, you betcha. I'm going to throw a name at you, and then I'm going to I'm going to ask you to gauge your excitement level.
Okay.
If this guy joined your team.
Okay.
It's kind of out of nowhere. It's not a guy on the.
Okay.
Not a guy who's been percolating on the trade market all along. In fact, he would be kind of like the opposite. He's a guy who was a free agent just this past offseason and collected a big old bag in the place that he decided to assign with. But there are now some at least whispers around this guy and your Kodai singleless New York Mets. Blake Snell. You'd be interested in Blake Snell. Now, you guys may remember us just absolutely terrorizing Snell. He got off to the worst of starts. Not even starts.
Oh, yeah.
The first half of the year, Blake Snell was a dog with fleas. And suddenly, in his last 4 starts, he's been beyond brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, he comes with he might be a rental, or you might be on the hook for big money moving forward. His contract has an opt-out that he'll exercise if he continues to pitch well. Or a $31 million player option for 2025 he could trigger if he doesn't.
I would have to have him beyond the rest of this year.
Well, you have him. Well, you'd have to talk to him. He does have that opt-out, which could go either way. Depends on what you're giving up, I reckon.
Yeah. If I'm just taking the contract, though, I'll take
There
him.
are some things here as far as the Braves are concerned, because I think right now the inclination from a lot of Braves fans is that they need a pitcher. But look, Fried was doing long toss. It looks like he's not going to be out for an extended amount of time. And Lopez, the latest to join. But there's a couple guys that have been injured and they're coming up through the minors and they're at least looking capable of giving innings. And unlike some of the other prospects, have a pretty sturdy major league resume. You know, the back of their baseball cards have a lot more starts and decisions. And those are Ian Anderson and Oscar Enoa, or you like to call him Oscar. And so both those guys are working their way back into the conditioning to be able to join the Braves. So that might be another reason why, even though it looks awful thin on the staff, and it should.
The guy I really want for the Mets is the Talon kid from Chicago.
Okay.
That's the guy I'd like for
that's
the gift.
The former Yankee. Tyon.
But it's going to cost you. But
he's
I think
with the Cubs, right?
Yeah, but you'd have him. I mean, I'm looking for – look, our guys are on one-year deals.
Yeah.
So we need starting pitching anyway. So if you get it now versus in the offseason, I'm fine with that. But, again, what do you have to give up to get him?
Fair.
I don't want to stock the Cubs with more, we already gave him Pete Crow.
Now, in fairness, both of our teams, if you read these, the trade deadline push, our teams are afterthoughts. They're not real front and center. But that's how it works sometimes.
Yeah.
The Mariners weren't front and center until they got a Rosarena.
Well, we've already done Mets have done 3 things.
Yeah,
They've added 2 bullpen arms. Maton, who's been good. Stanek, whose first game was a disaster yesterday. And Jesse Winker will come in and play corner outfield spot. He's having a very good year for Washington. He's bouncing back from a terrible year that he had, but he's always had a great relationship with Mets fans. Him and Mets fans have gone back and forth because he's killed us a couple times and he chirps, so it's pretty good stuff. So we'll see. And Marte's not back yet. So again, I'm looking at
some trade grades. You got a B+ for getting Winker.
Oh yeah.
The Phillies have filled in the bullpen. They're really trying to get
the Phillies are all in.
Good. They are all
Phillies
in.
gave up a lot to get the kid from the Angels, who I like.
And yet, right now, honestly, you got a B+ for Stanek. After yesterday, probably gave him an F-. What a good start. Right now, and honestly, not out of any dislike of the Phillies or disloyalty to the power of your division.
Yeah.
If I gave you the Phillies or the field right now, you're taking the field. It's not even close.
Yeah, the Phillies are...
They're good. I'm not afraid. By the way, we beat the Phillies every series we faced them this year, so I'll go ahead and try and get through the wild card, and we'll just see. We'll put the pressure on the other side there, you tough guys.
Yeah, you don't got a lot of room to talk, though, with the Phillies in the postseason right now.
No room. We'd have to reverse the pattern is what I'm saying. We won the division by 10, and then they've beaten Russ versus Rest.
Now, they're injured, but they're not playing great either now.
They're 3-7 in their last 10. Or the Mets and Braves would be buried.
Yeah.
Braves especially.
Adam Schefter?
I think it's Schefter, Dan.
Is it Schechter?
Chef.
Oh, Schnechter. Anyway, he's reporting a new deal in Detroit. He is gray. The Lions left tackle Taylor Decker gets a 3-year, $60 million
pay them
extension.
all. You get the money, and you get the money, and you get the money.
Lions have a good offensive line, man.
Yeah.
Lions are a team that could be a Super Bowl team this year, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there'll be people that pick them.
Yeah, I think the Lions are a real good choice for the Super Bowl. I guess that Good Morning Football show's back after like a week.
Was it gone? He said in return. Whatever, dude. We're on the air during that. I think we watch it. Sometimes we've got stuff on without the sound. We put a lot of things on the TV here you would think you would end up paying attention to, and then over the course of 4 hours, you hardly look at it.
One other,
but I like that show as it was. Who are the talent now, though? Same guys, Burleson.
Pretty much the same people.
No,
Okay.
Burleson's been gone.
Well, Burleson's
who is
been
it?
gone.
CBS News.
Kyle
I
Brandt
knew that.
and
Is it one of the McCourties? Maybe who is it?
I think he left too.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Jamie Erdahl.
Yeah.
Erdahl, Brandt, and the other
Schrager. Yeah.
And then
Is it Schefter? Schechter?
He's ESPN.
One other training camp observation from being out there Saturday, and this is a product of two things. One, yours truly getting a little bit older now as he's, been out there for all 30 training camps. But two, I don't care what you say. This Cam Little dude, two things. A, looks nothing like an NFL football player, even a kicker. And two, he's got the youngest looking face of anybody I've ever seen who plays in the NFL.
So you think Cam Little might be 14?
He looks like he's getting ready for the prom in his sophomore year of high school, Jeffrey. I mean, but he can kick.
Put him in a tux? Is that what you're saying?
Put him in a tux. Man, that kid can kick. Give him credit. That kid can kick. So as long as he can kick, man.
For sure.
That's all that matters.
Did you watch any of Team USA basketball? I will say this, by the way.
To be honest
I'm not this guy.
But I know KD had a great day.
Because I don't think that the opening ceremonies disaster, that disgusting, inappropriate, and disrespectful mocking of just a sanctified day, and shame on all of you. You're going to answer to a lot more than social media on this one, whether you know it or not. And I'm not going to hold that against some, soccer player from Iowa or some, sprinter.
Right.
I'm not going to now, just boycott the Olympics. No. But in our case, we can do it on someplace other than social media. What happened Friday night in those opening ceremonies is a blight on humanity, man. It's a disgusting time to everyone take a step back and just see where we really are, man, as a people. And that was the grossest, most inappropriate, disrespectful, disgusting exclamation point of what some people really are and what their motives really are. That, man, pray for them, I guess. It's sad, really.
That's what they teach us.
Disgusting.
That was bad. Yeah.
So anyway, that aside, I'll let that be. And more people than not that you can tell how disgusting and why it was. Good on you. But I'm not going to not watch the sports. I'm not going to not watch Caleb Dressel win his 8th gold medal. I'm not going to not, follow Kevin Durant and the U.S. basketball team. Dressel, by the way, 8 career medals, 8 golds.
I felt for the girl. Okay, so it was a 100-meter butterfly finals.
Okay.
All right. The favorite in lane 4 has the 3 fastest times ever in the 100 meters. She's an American girl.
Okay.
And she had never won a medal. And her sister is also an Olympian, was there cheering her on, and family. And I think she might have set a world record in the semis the day before. I mean, so she looks.
The ladies have the rivalry going with the Aussies, right?
Yeah. So anyway, so she's in lane 4, and off she goes, up and back, butterfly. And she gets caught at the end and out-touched by the American in lane 5. And I fell for it because of this. It's one of those, some people are happy to medal. This lady was going to win the gold. And the disappointment, but yet, she has to turn to the girl who's just like beside herself, tears in her eyes, hug her, classy, get interviewed by NBC lady, Melissa Stark. And so you have to ask the gold medalist the question first. Then, hey, congratulations, your first medal. Yeah, it's great, And I know deep down inside she's churning and burning, dude.
Yeah.
She wanted the gold. She was there for the gold.
Just a
The
fraction
gold is,
away.
in her mind, not getting gold is a failure. And then they go to the podium, and God bless the gold medalist. She brought her up on the top shelf with her, and she talked. Oh, it's great to swim against her. She's because she is the chief in the flock.
I got lucky. I happened to turn it on the Olympics during right in that 3 to 3:30. That seemed to be the sweet spot on the swimming finals this weekend. So I didn't bog down in a bunch of trials. I got to the medal, races. Did you happen to see the 100-meter breast men?
Did Fink win?
No, he didn't win, but
No.
Fink was in it.
Yeah.
Top 4.
Yeah.
Within 4 100ths of a second. Tie for second between Fink and another dude, and the other guy, the Italian, won by like 0.02.
Fink dude, by the way, apparently has like a 9-to-5 job and then trains after.
They may have, I think I may have seen something later. They may have redone the times. I thought I saw they said Fink got bronze, but I know that like when they went off the air, it was supposedly a tie for silver. Shouldn't you have like there should be a touch there? That should be definite, right? Like a touchpad there when your fingers touch. That ought to like register it exactly.
They say they don't have a touchpad?
Well, I'm sure they do because if you're trying just to watch and tell, no way.
Oh yeah,
man.
you can't
Yeah.
tell. Do you know where the Cleveland Browns are having training camp?
Parma is where it used to be. Parma, Ohio.
It's not in Parma.
Okay.
We're not in Parma anymore, Jeff.
Okay. Do they go up to Wisconsin, Stevens Point?
They did not.
Okay.
They went, let's see, here's Cleveland. I would say they went, I think it's somewhat south.
Okay, I'm going to say they went to, I bet you I'm going to get this right here.
Okay, good for you.
Would you bet against me? With the clues that we've been given and the guesses that I've given you.
No, because I think something probably triggered in your mind.
Greenbrier.
Yeah. They're in Greenbrier.
That's very close. That's not far from Cleveland, really.
It's not?
No. Yeah, Greenbrier in probably 3 hours, maybe.
Oh, well.
I would think.
Put it to the test.
Maybe a little further.
Have you seen what they have done in training camp with the Browns? Mike Vrabel, you see what he's doing? Vrabel's like an analyst. They hired Vrabel.
No.
He races.
He races Jameis.
Yeah.
Every day at practice, he races
Who
Jameis
wins that
Winston.
race?
I've just seen that they've done it. I don't know who's won. I'm imagining that Jameis probably wins a handful, and then he wins a handful.
Real close, just 6 hours away.
3 hours, 6 hours. Not that big of a difference. I mean, Ohio State, Ohio and West Virginia border each other? Do you know that, though?
Huh?
Ohio and West Virginia border each other, right?
They do.
Okay.
I see it right here on the map.
Okay. Well, that's all I'm saying. They're not, they're not down at Myrtle Beach.
Cleveland's in northern Ohio. You got to go
100%.
all the way through Ohio.
Yeah, I've lived in both. I lived in West Virginia and I've lived in Ohio.
Well,
so
then you should have known the distance.
Well, I thought it would have been
Disappointed
closer.
in you.
But after I said
you're a blue chip
it,
question.
no, here's the thing. After I said it, I knew I was off, but then I got to sit here and grind through you, looking it up and repeating it. So what's the point? I'm taking the L either way. But I knew it, and when I said it, well, it's actually probably a little further than that. I should have just said, they're border states. They're not going way, it'd be like, but it's like Jacksonville going to Atlanta. That's what it would be like. Going to Miami. Get a little heat. Let some heat, toughen us up here a little bit.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Keep it rolling here. This is the drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Now, a 1010XL Summer Olympic Update. Brought to you by USAPark.net Airport Parking.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games sponsored by Westin Hotels and Resorts. Find wellness at Westin. No one in tennis history has dominated an event like Rafael Nadal at the French Open. He's won it 14 times. That's why there's a statue of Nadal at Roland Garros. But Nadal is now 38. He's had injuries, so he hasn't played much, and it's showing in his 60th career match with Novak Djokovic, who won the first set 6-1 and leads the second 4-1. There's a U.S. women's water polo match coming up against Spain. The U.S., the three-time defending gold medal winners. All three teams have included Maggie Steffens, now the U.S. captain. She's the all-time leading scorer. Her 26-year-old sister-in-law died just after arriving in Paris. Steffens has said it helps when she's in the pool. Women's basketball today, U.S. versus Japan. The men are back Wednesday against South Sudan, and U.S. coach Steve Kerr says Jason Tatum will play in that game. Kerr says he can't play everyone, but was surprised to see Tatum sit out yesterday's win over Serbia. John Stashower at Westwood One Sports.
Wellness means something different to each of us. And at Westin Hotels and Resorts, we believe every step is an opportunity to enhance your well-being. Whether it's guided group runs and workout gear on demand, or nourishing food options and restorative rest in our heavenly bed. When you travel, you can find wellness at Westin, one of 30 hotel brands in the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio. Find wellness at Westin.
DQ presents... Picture this. Picture the DQ $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Not just a cheeseburger, a bacon cheeseburger. Plus fries, drink, and a sundae. All full-sized, all for $7. Because everything's better with bacon. Everything's also better with a side of fries, a refreshing drink, and a sundae to finish. Yum. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Now for a limited time on the $7 meal deal lineup. DQ, happy tastes good.
Tropical Smoothie Cafe here with your daily reminder to get on Tropic Time. Take 10. Sip a refreshing smoothie and manifest that you're a cabana side. Slade hot yoga? Treat yourself. Crushed back-to-back meetings? Get that me time. Adulted a little extra today? You deserve a vacay. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. And look who's back and causing a stir. Our refreshing Island Punch, Mango Berry Cosmo, and Watermelon Mojito mocktail smoothies are here for a limited time.
Daytona always brings the drama.
Everything's on the line. The risk will be higher.
3 wide.
Look how insane this is.
Gunning to keep playoff hopes alive. It's now or never.
It's the most stressful night of racing that you'll ever go through.
For an unforgettable weekend of family fun, high wattage star power, and a front row seat full of fireworks. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Tailgaters parking season passes are on sale now. Secure your Jaguar season parking today. Enjoy indoor restrooms, a full-service bar and grill, access 4 hours before kickoff. Visit tailgatorsparking.com and book your space today.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, a paint color namer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Irving Stapler.
Hi, Howie.
So the next round is word association. I'll say a word and you give me the first word you think of. Engagement ring.
Jeweler.
Gas station.
Fueler.
Aaron Burr.
Dueler.
Air conditioning.
Wow. Jeez. It's a toughie.
Come on, Irv. The sponsor's going to kill me now.
Oh, Bueller.
That's right, Irv. If your AC is struggling through the summer heat, the first name you should think of for fast, friendly, 5-star service is Bueller Air and Plumbing. The name to know to make sure you are cool.
Have a beer, Irv.
Cooler.
Stay cooler with Bueller. Visit BuellerAir.com.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Spend lunchtime with the ladies.
A meal and sparkling conversation.
Helmets and heels.
Mia O'Brien, Lauren Brooks, and Taylor Dahl.
Just behave, okay?
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans on 1010XL.
Veterans, did you know VA mortgage rates have plummeted and you can now access up to 100% of your home's equity and turn that into cash right now? Hey, it's Roger Moore, President and CEO of Loan Pronto, announcing our VA Equity Advantage program. This VA offer can get you $50, $70, $100,000 cash out with no junk fees and no hassle. With APRs in the 5s, you can pay off all those credit cards, personal loans, car loans, and get one easy-to-manage payment. Veterans we help save on average $850 per month. And listen, if you're a veteran return with a current mortgage rate over 6.25%, we can do a streamlined refinance with no income verification and no appraisal, saving you hundreds a month. At Loan Pronto, we respect what you've done for our country, and we show it. Call now and ask about our special VA Equity Advantage program. 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. LoanPronto.com. 904-999-1508.
Equal housing lender. NMLS 166-1781. Subject to lender approval. NMLS consumeraccess.org.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Hicken here for Bound 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bound 9. Visit Bound 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bound 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Not really. I think it's kind of where we picked up from OTAs right now. I think the first 4 days, too, it's an acclimation phase and just kind of getting their legs kind of back under them a little bit. This next 3 days and then really 4 after this next break are going to be a big test for this team. You know, the pads are coming on, practices get longer, and I think that's when you're going to start seeing some players maybe start separating themselves.
Looking for some separation.
A little separation.
Well, we need some separation. We need to separate.
Are we in like position battles?
You know what's funny? You know what I do want? I just for the fun, let's just ride a little bit of a roller coaster. Let's have 2 or 3 days in a row where we're talking about, that's what we expected. That's what we need to see.
That would be
Super
nice.
Bowl. It's hard to get through a training camp where one of the sides isn't looking great.
That's true.
You know, right? Because if the offense is humming, what's wrong with the defense? Defense is humming. What's wrong with the offense? I guess ideally you want to see a little bit of both. The first preseason game will give us some sort of indication, but anytime it's, jag on jag strategy / execution, there are going to be 2 sides to that coin. And so far it's been advantage defense for sure. And you were there Saturday. It's ugly. You called it one of the ugliest days of 30 years of campdom.
Passing wise, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so
I say it a lot. I saw Bortles throw it. I counted him 5 over, end over enders.
It was reminiscent of that day.
Ooh, wow.
I saw this graphic. I'm trying to figure it out. It's a puzzle. It's a college football graphic. It says it's from this. It's regular season mulligan / upsets required to be in the college football playoff at-large discussion. Okay? Regular season mulligans, upsets required. In other words, they say Georgia is favored in all 12 games, but they only need 9 wins to be in the college football at-large discussion.
I don't know, man. That's wrong.
That's what I say.
Yeah, that's wrong. 9 wins shouldn't get you in anywhere.
So they have 3 mulligans.
And I will say this. Georgia 9-3 is fine if there aren't 4 other SEC teams that are 10-2.
Correct.
And by the way, don't give me 9-3 because Georgia lost but it was Texas it was whoever
Alabama.
they are.
They have a tough schedule.
Yeah, I don't. So does everyone in the league. And so if Missouri's, you know what's going to happen, Hick?
What?
This is going to happen in the SEC. It's going to happen in the Big Ten. It's going to happen a lot. You're going to have a year like Missouri will go 10-2, okay, and beat Georgia. And Georgia will go 10-2, but get the bid. Or in some years, maybe a team has one less loss and beat the team behind them who will still get in because of scheduling, analytics, or otherwise.
All right, so, and this is where it gets a little, so like they have Alabama and Oregon, 2 mulligans. In other words, they need 2. And then it goes all the way down to 0, and then upsets required to get in.
Yeah.
Like Houston and Stanford would need 8. But they only have Florida with 3. So explain that to me.
They're saying that Florida at 9-3 would get in then. That's what that says, right?
Okay. Right.
That's what that says. I don't know what. I mean, the ceiling is. I mean, every projection is 5-7, 6-6.
Right.
There's no 8-4 projection.
So it's a damn confusing graphic.
Well,
I don't like it.
No, you've confused me, and I'm usually a little role reversal. That's usually I find something I find interesting. And about 3 minutes in, no one understands what we're talking about.
I've left it, and I'm sorry I brought it up.
Yeah, okay, good.
But if it's staring at me throughout the show,
I hear you.
And I wanted to get an idea about it.
Sure.
And I don't like it.
Nothing wrong with a little college football talk. The boys are on the field, man. It's go time.
Your boy Kirby's Twitter site.
Oh, no. Didn't have a car wreck, did it?
No, it threw out a shout-out happy birthday to Rah-Rah the other day.
Oh, boy.
And then it was quickly deleted once I'm
Rah-rah,
sure it's an I'm sure it's an automatic thing.
I don't laugh at Rah-Rah's troubles. They're serious and they're bothersome. But I'm chuckling at everything's on cruise control these days.
Yeah.
That was one of those scheduled tweets.
Yeah,
that went
exactly.
out.
Yes. That's exactly what that was. And so,
I'm surprised there's not more of those egg on the face because of scheduled stuff that you forget, right? Like your team puts it in. I'm surprised Antonio Brown don't get a birthday shout out from the Bucks, that kind of thing. Or to, you brought this up the other day and I looked at it, but the Dodgers playing without Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, I looked it up.
It looks like he's okay. It's a temporary thing. It's just in one of his sons, his youngest son has was it a skin disease? Skin disorder? Some sort of disorder that when it's bad, it can be bad. It was
bad.
It's not life-threatening, but it's enough that he needed to be at home. So he got a leave. I don't even know if he was back with the Dodgers by yesterday. I don't think so. I think he was off for the entire weekend. There's going to be a sprint to the finish in the National League. And thanks to the Braves and the injuries, bringing them back to the pack. I mean, it's brought the entire, 6 or 7 team field into the wild card hunt. The Braves right now have a game and a half lead over the Mets. Mm-hmm. The Mets had actually jumped in front of the Braves after those first 2 wins.
It was a beautiful 24 hours.
So the Braves have a game lead over the Padres, but 3 in the loss column.
Mm-hmm.
They have a game and a half over the Mets. The Diamondbacks are just a half game back of that, so the Diamondbacks would be within 2 of the Braves, who are in first. The Cardinals would be within 3, and the Pirates would be within 5.
Yeah.
That's 6 teams within 5 games for those 3 spots.
For 3 spots, yeah. It's going to be...
It's hard to make up a lot of ground, and it's hard to lose it, Hick.
Yeah. Now you lose 2, you go from third to first to third.
But then you can turn right around, and there's so many of those teams that there's a lot of... And by the way, I was looking at it this way. Padres, playoff team. Were they last year again? Yeah, the last 2 years. Mets, playoff team 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Diamondbacks, World Series last year.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals, perennial playoff team. And then the one team that's trying to join, right, would be the Pirates. And by the way, if you went to the Giants, you could take it to within 6.5. You'd have 7 teams within 6.5 games.
Well, the Yankees go to Philly tonight.
Oh, come on. Go New York.
We get the dadgum Twinkies.
Oh, that's a tough one, too. Why don't we go to the Brewers? That's a tough one.
You got the Brewers.
Yeah.
You're throwing Grant Holmes tonight.
Sure. Makes his Grant Holmes is interesting because he's 28 years old. He's a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
He's been a very good starter. He's been a minor leaguer, a career minor leaguer.
Luncher. I need the luncher to come through here a little bit.
Yeah. We got DNA. I think DNA alone gives the Braves 2 out of 3 in that one. We're playing by the way, does not bode well for the Brewers if they can't take 2 out of 3 in the Braves' current condition.
Paul Skeens pitches against Houston tonight.
It's always appointment television. He's worth watching, right? He's worth searching out and finding Paul. He did lose last time out.
Man, gave up
pitch good.
Runs?
Didn't say he didn't, but yeah. It was his first loss. Is probably makes it more.
We got
noteworthy.
No pitcher scheduled for Tuesday's game for the Braves Brewers.
Either one of them.
Both TBD.
What they can do is they can pitch Sale on Tuesday on schedule, right? Because he pitched Thursday against you. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That'd be 4-day rest. Nah, I said him. I don't know what to tell you, Dan. If you're a Braves fan, you're just trying to hold on, stay above water,
That's what we're all doing.
Yeah, I know, right. But for some, though, and in fairness, for some, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And for others, it's disappointing.
Well, that's
true. Fair.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So it's
So we're down to 1 with the quarterbacks, and that one is Dak. Both Tua got his money this week. It kind of out of character for Tua. I thought that video I saw of him, chiding the crowd, "Show me the money."
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
did that seem like Tua to you? His personality?
Tua's a little, he wasn't happy about not getting the deal, and
I think he deserves to be paid. I think he got what he deserved.
I guess. You can make an argument either way, I think.
Well, I mean, I guess the problem is this. The reality is this. What's the alternative? Like, for no matter which better than average quarterback isn't good enough for you as a fan, whatever your team you follow. Kirk Cousins spent a lot of time in that territory in Minnesota. There have been a lot of guys that have done it, whichever one, whoever it is. I mean,
yeah.
Who are you going to get to replace him?
Oh yeah.
So you know what I mean, that's what I mean. And look.
Well, why do we got to pay everybody $50 million?
I don't know. Because
What's wrong with $35 million?
No, here's the bigger problem. This annoys me about the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't it slotted closer? I mean, they put too many guys who are further apart in production and career too close together in salary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Trevor would be the example of that. Trevor doesn't deserve to be paid as much as some of those other guys. He doesn't deserve to make what Burrow makes. Burrow went to the Super Bowl. He's been around a year longer. He doesn't deserve to make what Jared Goff makes. Goff's been to a Super Bowl. He's taken the Lions to a championship game.
Yeah.
He doesn't, and that doesn't mean he deserves to be underpaid, but Tua hadn't won a playoff game. You just said he went 1-6. That makes you a $50 million man?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
There are questions that Jalen Hurts has enough all-around skill as a passer to be an every down, without the running attached, to be a long-term quarterback.
It's just crazy.
And then there's this that I saw from our buddy Pete Prisco.
How many are over $50 million now?
I think it's 7. It may be 8.
7, 8.
Yeah.
And Kyler Murray's 46.1.
And it's about.
And by the way, Mahomes is 45.
Yeah, and his is and ratchets.
Yeah.
Guys like
Cousins is 45. And Deshaun Watson's 46. And Kyler Murray's 46.1.
You want to know the problem?
Josh Allen's 43.
By the way, we just tiptoed back into what was noteworthy at the time and suggested as a calamity, and they were right.
Yeah.
The Browns and Deshaun did this.
Yeah.
They upped the ante on the quarterback position way beyond what
they didn't even let us go through the $30 million a year.
Yeah, we
went from
there's your answer.
We went from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
There's
your
answer.
answer.
We went to $50 million plus. Woo.
Yeah, there's your answer. They gave him the 460, 10-year 460 guaranteed.
Yeah.
Every penny guaranteed. So sure, when the accomplished quarterbacks come along, they're going to make that much or more. But yeah, so when you said, how did this happen? Where did we get here? That's why. And by the way, I remember the owners, right? There was a storyline in the back. They were ticked at Jimmy Haslam, that rube.
Oh, yeah.
You stop owning rube, they said.
Yeah, you were a rube.
And now look what's happened. He's completely reset. But if you're the Browns, maybe that's not a terrible thing. What we're doing here isn't working. Let's just chaos theory blow up the league. They've been a playoff team since.
I love the guarantees. Total guaranteed for Joe Burrow, $219 million. Deshaun still $230, okay? But then you start going down the chart here, Pros. And I go to guys like Nathan Peterman, the Saints. That guaranteed $80,000. Johnny Wolford of the Bucks got guaranteed $400,000.
This guy seems like such nothing.
I know. Tim Boyle.
But that's guaranteed. If he makes the team, it'll be.
Tim Boyle, the Texans, 0 guaranteed. Philip Walker, the Seahawks, 0 guaranteed.
Well, listen, Boyle, they can afford to with all the older vets they did sign.
These are my guys. Jeff Driscoll, $150,000. Spencer Rattler got $336,000 guaranteed. Jordan Travis, $254,000 guaranteed. Your favorite, Clayton Tune. $350,000 guaranteed, bro. Then you got guys like John Reese Plumlee, $35,000. Kadon Slovis, $30,000.
Hey, bro.
Carter Bradley got $125,000 guaranteed.
Let's be serious here right now. Again, you want to know why guys like Cam, he might be a higher pick, but you want to know why guys stay in college? We are to the point where the college quarterbacks are making more.
Yeah.
You're making more. The quarterbacks are making more in college than those numbers.
Felipe Franks didn't get any guarantee with
Where
the
is
Panthers.
Felipe?
He's with the Panthers.
Who is he? Is he back at quarterback?
Ian Books with the Chiefs.
Felipe had made it over there to tight end with the Falcons.
Back.
Okay, back at the quarterback.
Jake Browning, no guaranteed money.
Oh, man, they're just screwed.
Bad agent, Jake. Sam Hartman got $245,000 guaranteed.
Although you don't, if you're at Jake Browning, you don't really need the guaranteed money.
No, you're in play.
Well, you're the backup. You're not going to get hurt, so it doesn't. The guaranteed money saves you from injury calamity. All right, let's take a break. Come back. We'll do a quick check of what's trending.
All right,
and put a wrap on the Monday Morning Quarterback. As always, brought to you by DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Dr. James Perry, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jaguars look to be coming into the season with a chip on their shoulder, according to tight end Evan Ingram.
Obviously, we're turning the page, but we got work to do. We got something to prove. It's really to ourselves. We know how talented we are. We know the goals we want to achieve.
Offensive coordinator Press Taylor likes how Jag rookie receiver Brian Thomas Jr. is learning the offense.
He has retained a lot of the information that we taught through the summer, through the offseason, carried it over very well.
The Jags' new defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen is moving weak side linebacker Devin Lloyd to middle linebacker in his defensive scheme. It's a shift from his first 2 years in the league. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with Awaken 180. Between increased flexibility, strength, and endurance, breaking 100 or 90 or even 80 could be just 40 pounds away. Get there this summer with the solution for weight loss. Awaken180weightloss.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
July 29th, 1995. Jacksonville played Carolina in their first preseason game in franchise history.
Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
for any urological concerns. Let Ackerman Urology be your trusted partner in men's health. With offices from Amelia Island to World Golf Village, they treat bladder conditions, elevated PSAs, and ED. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Your cooling system isn't working. Maybe somebody showed up with a portable electronic device. Then they discussed with you what your options are. Maybe they gave you an estimate that seems like an awful lot of money. What's the smart thing to do? When the situation merits a second opinion, get a Mike Merritt opinion. Yes, the Mike Merritt Comfort Team shows up with hand tools. We've never been able to fix an air conditioning problem with a tablet. Mike Merritt has been the trusted name for more than 30 years because there's never any hocus pocus. The Merritt team will walk you through the diagnostic steps up close and personal and show you exactly what you need. And the Mike Merritt price is likely to be far less because there's never an overtime charge, and the Merritt team doesn't work on commission. So remember, when it comes to the health of your cooling system, a second opinion can only help, and a Mike Merritt opinion can save you money. Florida license CACO 50384.
David Lane here again for Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. After several surgeries for age-old issues, mainly my back and shoulders, there's no doubt that Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is my sustaining resource for living pain-free. Take it from me, and I'm being really honest here, there's no better orthopedic facility here in Jacksonville.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back here. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback. Why don't we see what's trending? Let's step away for a second, get some of the hottest topics around the globe. Brought to you by Integra Concierge Medicine. Get some fuel back in your tank with their bioidentical testosterone hormone treatments. You can rediscover some of what was lost. 619-3609. Set up your free consultation. 619-3609. Go see my doctor on demand, Paul Busey, with Integra Concierge Medicine. Let's see what's trending.
Number 5.
You guys are probably familiar with this girl. She's not disappeared after her 10 minutes or 15 minutes of fame. The Hawk Tua girl. She's on Twitter now.
Yes,
so you can look her up now.
I'm not familiar. What does that mean?
You have to reference that one on Google.
Yeah.
Probably can't say.
It's just
That's where we are.
I get you, celebrity. Now, didn't I see that she doesn't really want the celebrity associated with that, or is that wrong?
Oh, no. She's
living it up.
Yeah.
What a way to make yourself. Parents must be so proud. Oh, you're Hawk Tua girl's father.
Oof.
If you know, you
Number
know.
4.
If you don't find out. You don't need to know. Well, you don't need to know the whole Hawk Tua story. You really don't.
Let's go to college football now.
You know when Hawk Tua will be at the closing ceremonies. They'll act it out for you.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Oh, yes. College football now, as we transition from that. Tennessee football is in the top 5 in recruiting for 2025 class. They vaulted into the top 5.
Who? Tennessee?
The Tennessee Vols.
Who sent you that? Charlton?
No, Charlton did not send that.
Let's just move on to number. What's number 3?
Well,
let me give you.
We don't like the Rocket.
Let me give you one little Olympic note that I thought was kind of funny. It doesn't have to count as one little side note here, but Simone Biles' mom is not happy with Snoop Dogg.
Snoop, did you see where Snoop was sitting next to?
Who?
Dressel's wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kale Dressel's wife with the baby. It's Snoop.
Snoop's everywhere.
Yeah.
But Simone Biles' mom not happy because they met before and Snoop blew him off.
Oh.
So yeah. So just so you know.
Bigger. Is Snoop a bigger boy than Biles is a bigger girl? It's close.
Yes.
That's close. I mean, you got Biles is like all-time Olympian. Like, she's probably known every corner of the world, too, in fairness.
Number 3.
Number 3, Good Morning Football is back after months long of hiatus. Have you guys missed it? Have you noticed that it's been gone?
I know. I have not noticed. We watch during the year, though. But we can't, listen to those things because we're on in the morning, and we encourage no one to watch or listen to those shows because, we're on in the morning.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
One other note to that.
But I like those dudes. I like what their person. I've seen plenty of them outside.
Do you have a list of who the
show.
guys are on the show now?
I can find it real quick,
I was
but
just curious.
it's Jamie Erdahl and it's those guys.
Schrager.
Yeah, Schrager.
And then Kyle Brandt.
Kyle Brandt.
Yeah, like Schrager and Brandt have really grown on me through the years. And then that last analyst, that's bounced around. It's been different people. Who was it before Burleson even?
Oh, it's Akbar Bajamila. Is now the guy on there.
All right.
One other NFL note.
Have fun with that one every morning.
Right. With that, NFL is now requiring head coaches to do in-game interviews this coming season. Before it was
I'm not a fan.
coach.
I'm not a fan of the in-game interview. I've determined they've been doing it in baseball. I find myself like cringing a little bit, and I switch the channel. I don't even like. They already give in-game interviews, by the way. Don't they stop? Or they? Oh no, that's college. So basically, they're going to do college though, right? Or they're going to pull them aside like NBA at the end of the quarter. It doesn't do much for me, man. I don't know. Whatever.
We got to give the sideline reporter something to do.
Well, I give you that, but listen, I know you can say, oh, there's plenty of time, man. I don't need my coach pulled away from that game plan for a minute in the middle of the game. You know, halftime's a little different, but like we're in the game. At the end of the third quarter, I want my coach on the headset talking to the coordinator. I want him talking to someone. I don't want him spending a minute with, Tom Rinaldi. Sorry, Tom.
What are you against Tom?
I don't know. Hit a dentist while you're here, Chief.
Number 2,
CeeDee Lamb, Dallas Cowboys wide receiver, went on a podcast and put out his top 5 corners in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, Denzel Ward.
Mm-hmm. Where's Tyson?
Tyson is not in his top 5. I'll just go ahead and tell you that. So Denzel Ward, number 5. Xavier Howard, number 4. Number 3, Jalen Ramsey, number 3, for CeeDee Lamb in his top 5 corners. The top 2 guys in the league, according to CeeDee Lamb, who's seen them all. Patrick Surtain. Number 1, Sauce Gardner.
Yeah. I'm wondering how many have they played once, maybe? I don't know if CeeDee Lamb has played Sauce Gardner. I mean, those lists are always kind of junky to me because they're so limited by who you're playing, right? There are two, like if you're a receiver, best corners in the league, and there's one corner you're only seeing every 3 years, and in another, at most, you're only seeing twice a year. That's hard, wouldn't it be?
Mm-hmm,
and you each have your nemesis, right? Like maybe in basketball or whatever it is, like a guy that you don't do as well against, like versus average. So I don't know.
Number 1.
This is what everybody's talking about, certainly over the weekend. The quarterbacks getting paid. Green Bay has given Jordan Love a 4-year, $220 million contract extension. Meanwhile, Tua Tagovailoa gets a 4-year, $212.5 million extension. We're not talking about Trevor Lawrence. Keep him out of this. Who has a brighter future ahead of them, Jordan Love or Tua?
I would say Love only because of the Packers' DNA. Right? Their guys, Favre won one, handed over to Rodgers. He won one. Love by the end of last year looked like it's the big year for a couple. Love and Stroud in particular.
Yeah.
Love and Stroud have double down years, and I think we can like truly proclaim what they are. So I think I would go with Love. I think I would go with Love being more likely to win it all. I got better, maybe, better just measurables.
Got a text from our buddy Mike Ryan, who works with NBC Sports now. He says, the new rule for the coaches is a head coach or a coordinator has to be available to speak going in after the second quarter, coming out for the third quarter, not
that's
between
different.
quarters.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Thank you, Mike. And that's different because the NBA will do it right in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
So, that basically they're doing what we already see in college.
Yeah. Also got this little note, Jaylen Brown.
Yeah,
NBA star.
Sure.
You want to know why you date Jaylen Brown? Like, I don't know how to say her name. Gondrzik is the last name, the girlfriend. Loving basketball. He went all out for her 27th birthday. Went to the Gram to show off her pricey gifts, which include, the price is right here, bro.
Okay.
You want to go to a trip to Brazil?
I'm going to go.
Several Chanel bags. Huge bouquet of roses and sunflowers. Christian Louboutin shoes, and a romantic boat ride.
Louboutin, I believe. A romantic boat ride.
Yeah.
Why not just buy her the boat while you're at it, Jalen?
Might have.
Jalen's like a quarterback. He makes $55 a year, so that's no big deal.
He makes $60.
Yeah, that's nothing.
He maxed out the black card, said one user. And also from the Coven, Pros, the 2-year-old birthday party, Tuasaurus.
Which one is this?
For Chloe's kid.
Chloe's kid?
Yeah, Chloe.
Is Chloe Chewbacca? Which one's which?
Chloe is Chewy, some say.
Yeah.
Well,
she completely changed now. Man, I saw disgusting. That really is disgusting that people are so unhappy with themselves that they have to literally carve masks into their own skin. I saw the whole Kardashian clan, the before and afters.
Oh.
That little Kylie, what she did to herself. I mean, it's like a horror movie, man.
Yeah. Tuasaurus was the party. And then meantime, Kanye's...
Does that have anything to do with Tua's money or no?
Oh. Meantime, Kanye's...
the Coven put a spell on someone this weekend, so we'll see who it hit, because anytime, 4 or more gather, a spell is put on.
Kanye's wife, Bianca, was hugging his daughter during a Deadpool and Wolverine movie date, and the girl looked none too thrilled.
His daughter?
Northwest.
Yeah. Oh, and that's not real. That's not mommy. That's one of Kanye's...
Stepmom.
Is stepmom is it now? I don't keep up like you do. Is she the lookalike?
Kimmy lookalike. Yeah.
Oh, so he ended up marrying her?
I think
Kanye did.
I believe they're married.
Wow. The tangled webs, my friends. All right, that's what's trending. Top 5 is brought to you by Integra Concierge Medicine. From crippling allergies, low sex drive, chronic fatigue. Find the cause, get your hormones back in balance, and feel better soon. It is easy, and you will be guided expertly by Dr. On-Demand Paul Busey with Integra Concierge Medicine. Call 619-3609.
Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
Well, I'm cooling down right now from the Jags practice I saw on Saturday. Apparently, Brian Thomas Jr. has brought in a contested deep ball against Ronald Darby in the back right corner of the end zone.
Well,
so
there
we
you
got
go.
that going.
Who threw it? That's what I want to know.
Well, it says, believe Trevor Lawrence threw it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so from the media boys. So they're out there.
All right, Trevor's hot. He's on fire again. Super Bowl.
BTJ with his catch of camp so far.
I'm going to cool down with something we haven't mentioned today, but I will, because many are more of the connoisseur of this than I am. I like wings okay. I'm not like super wing guy, right? I don't go all over. I don't rate wings. I get them every now and then depending on where we are, but it's National Chicken Wing Day today. So that means if you are a wing eater, then check out your places today. If you work on Eat Wings today, maybe you should. A lot of 2-for-1s out there, BOGOs, that sort of thing. That's how I roll, man. I hook up the chicken wing in all of us. That's going to do it to it for our show today at the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com. Enjoy Jaguars today, coming up next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
What do you hear on the street these days, Huggy?
There was a time when something was missing from the First Coast radio dial.
Dig this.
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
At Hodges Mazda, what Mazda moves you? Find out. Take advantage of 0% APR on our versatile lineup of 2024 Mazda crossover SUVs. Lauren Brooks here. Choose from the off-road ready 2024 Mazda CX-50, the stylish 2024 Mazda CX-30, or the tailored-for-you Mazda CX-5. With 0% APR for 36 months, you'll find your perfect CUV. Our professional non-commissioned sales team always puts your best interest first, and you'll get 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com. See dealer for details. Terms and fees for qualified applicants expires July 31st, 2024.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil